Welcome into the Chemistry Podcast, episode number 300, baby.
Damn, boy. Yoink. Let's go. What's up? 300. 300. That's a lot, man. We did pretty good.
Am I nasal?
What have you been doing? And he went to a Stanley Cup party. Matthew Kachuk's, now he's nasally for some reason. And he's like, I don't know what happened. What do you mean?
I just
You
really
partied all night.
No, my face is caving in.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
I feel it.
Why don't you ask Big Todd Fedoruk and some of the shit kickers when they get their orbital bone broken and their face actually
Why
does
you
cave
gotta
in?
compare it to that?
Because you come out here and you're just like, things happened over the weekend. You got invited to a party and you went there and you stayed late. Then you went home and then 2 days later you're like, my face is caving in.
Yeah.
That's disrespect to the shit
Why
kickers.
do you have to make it about the shit
Because-
kickers and compare it to fighting and getting your orbital bone broken?
Well, define your face sagging.
I
Define it.
No, it's not sagging.
It's caving in. What does that mean?
I think it's a
You've been drinking too much.
I think it's a severe.
We might have to call Chrissy Pondo.
I think it's a severe sinus infection, sinusitis.
Okay, but that's what everybody goes through, man. That's not a big deal.
Okay, well, I've had it 2 days in a row. My whole family had to.
You don't look different.
My
You
wife
look
had
fine.
to sleep in a different bed last night because.
Sometimes that's nice, dude. Then you could play with yourself.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying.
Nobody's doing that.
Nobody's doing that.
Dude.
What do you mean?
With
Dude?
your wife in the other room.
Yeah, Kate's like, sometimes she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go upstairs and go to bed. I'm like,
Oh.
no, stay.
Uh-huh.
She's like, nah, I'm just not feeling good. I'm like, okay. And then you have the whole room to yourself.
Yeah. Do you know the show
you masturbate.
Love Island?
No, not really.
Okay, well, my wife has been watching this with my girls, and I just don't know if it's appropriate for my
What
girls
is
to
it?
be watching this show.
What is it?
I
Is it
don't know.
about
The
young
bikinis
teens
on the beach.
trying to wheel each other,
Yes.
screwing each other over,
I think
stepping on
so.
everybody's toes.
I think so.
The girls want to make out with every guy. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's probably not good,
Yeah,
you know.
I think that's what's happening.
But she's getting older, man. Like she's watching
Ivy?
stuff. Ivy?
Oh, she's all into it.
Ivy is.
She has Ivy.
See, I gotta protect her.
I know. Ivy's watching
Chloe,
it.
it's over.
Mhm.
She's gonna be picked up. She's gonna be getting picked up by guys with cars here soon.
Oh my God.
And you're gonna go out there and be like, "Hey, buddy,
Dude,
no,
you have
need
to
go out-
take
no, no, no,
everything
no, no.
to such an extreme
Am
right
I
now.
wrong on this? She's gonna be 15. She's gonna be 15 years old. Guys are gonna
She's
pick.
13.
She's gonna be 14 years old. Guys are gonna pick her up. They're gonna pick
No,
her.
they're not.
They're 16.
At
That's
14?
a 2-year That's a 2-year difference. Eventually, here, I'm dead serious. It's all good.
Yeah.
But just remember,
Probably not
remember
until
in
when
high school.
she's 16 or 17.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. The girls, the popular girls I went to high school with were honestly, when I was in middle school, we're getting picked up by the fucking high school guys that just got their license. They're going down. It's easy to talk to girls at a younger age.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're doing anything. I'm just saying that the girls at that age are going to be like, yeah, I'll have him pick me up. Even if he's nerdy, he's got a car. And the car and the vehicle at that age is the biggest thing going. It's like having a boat down to Lake of the Ozarks.
Would you prefer if I had a mask on today?
I knew you were going to say that, dude.
Why?
Because your boy got COVID.
Who, Joe?
Joe, God, poor guy. Let's pray for him. Pray
Well,
for
he's
him.
in his 80s. Those are the people, if you have
COVID.
respiratory
That's
problems in
funny.
your 80s,
Yeah, he got
they
COVID.
typically don't always survive
I know.
COVID.
COVID's running rampant right now.
It's everywhere, dude. I swear it
No one
is.
even thinks about it.
No.
No one even thinks about it. And when Joe's like, I'm sick, everybody's like, yeah, we know, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, we know.
But
We've
Cam-
known for years, and all you media, you've been saying, he's sharp as a tack. Creve Coeur Racket Club, they're probably like, oh, he's sharp as a tack. He hasn't been sharp as a tack for years.
Why
Years.
do you think that him having COVID was a political move?
Fuck yeah.
In what way?
The way that I'm sick, I can't do this anymore. What do you mean?
Well, for a week.
Get out of here, dude. Like, you don't notice all what's going on right now?
So do you think
This
that...
is crazy.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that they knew 2 weeks ago that he was going to drop out? Like right after the debate and this was planned?
I think
So COVID, so then now you can't face the country
There's a
in
lot
person.
going.
You tweeted out.
There's a lot going against the Biden campaign.
Mhm.
There's a lot. Trump is exceeding in a lot of ways.
Where was his thing the other day? How come he took it off?
Okay, maybe it healed.
You know what
the
that
guy
looked
got
like?
shot. It's so funny. And all the Creve Coeur Racket Club, they're like, I can't believe he put a bandage on his ear. Meanwhile, they have 5 masks on right now when they're outside swimming in a fucking pool. That's who's chirping Trump when it comes to the
No
ear.
one-
He got fucking shot.
Nobody's
dude.
chirping. You know what that?
I see it all the time.
You know what that looked like though? What are those little pouches? The like tobacco pouches?
Yeah, a little
Zen.
Zen. Yeah.
They look like a Zen on his ear.
Okay. I guess.
I mean, you have to
I
admit
got
that.
shot, man. Like fuck.
I know. Did
And
you
now
see
that
the
chick's
video?
on. Now the chick, the Secret Service chick's getting heckled right now and not answering one question. I watched the whole thing on the way over here because I get here early. And Andy
Cheadle?
and Kim. What a way! Oh, Jesus Christ. She might be in my Rushmore with Ouchie Fauci. My hatred
of dumbest
this
people.
Freaking chick. What was that all about?
What's
now she's
Mount
like,
what's the category?
Of people, of political opponents that I hate the most.
Oh, that's your Mount Rushmore?
She might be on it now.
Heedle?
Cam. She had Melissa McCarthy. Ding, 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 ding. Like, what are we doing? You watch that thing over and over. It's the shadiest stuff. And actually, you know what? I'll give Andy credit because and a lot of people text me about this, and I dismissed this at the time because Andy was driving me crazy, and we're going back and forth, and we had a good conversation. But at the beginning, Andy's like, he just asked me a question, what kind of bullet? And I'm like, blah, blah. Who up? And I get all that now, and a lot of different things have come out to see where Corey got killed and whatnot and whatever.
Yeah.
But I do remember you saying, hey, that chick behind the stage.
Yes.
That's kind of dressed up. She got her glasses on.
Yeah.
And she's filming. Now, this could be debunked.
Right.
This is a Monday. Things could happen in the next couple of days.
They did debunk that she works with the FBI.
Okay. But that was, now you look back at that and she's filming it and you're like, what was that? And I'm like, maybe this could be this. And there's a million other things that go along with that. And you're like, what the fuck? Like they're asking this Kim girl, shouldn't say that, Kim woman. I said what?
What did you say?
Nothing.
You gotta be careful how you
coughed.
identify people.
You coughed. Well, she's in a different category to me.
I'm coughing because my face is caving in, and I'm very sick.
She has not answered one question so far, and so we'll see what comes with this whole thing. But a lot of drama in the U.S. It's all good, man. You just got to deal with it, and we'll see what happens in a couple months. Canada's got to deal with stuff. This affects everybody.
Who's going to be on Kamala's ticket?
Pete Buttigieg.
Is that who it is?
Maybe.
What about Elizabeth Warren? Would she
like Elizabeth Warren?
I just
the Native American.
She is not.
She's 3% Native American.
Is she?
It's Kamala Harris, I believe, is too. I just saw a picture of her.
I'm sure a lot of people are.
Well, she considers herself black, which is interesting. It's like whenever
Elizabeth Warren does.
No, Kamala does, and like the way she got into power is interesting in itself. Just so you know, you can look all that up. You can look at, hey, you weed smokers should put you in jail.
Will she?
Well, she did to 1,900 of them.
In California.
Mostly African Americans for weed. Put them in jail. Big time. Now you're going to vote for her?
But
interesting. Now she's like, well, I'm changed. I'm a changed woman. Interesting.
She changed.
How'd you get to your position? Had an affair with a couple people? Okay.
I think she did.
Well, yeah, she did. Read about it. It's all good. Trump did his thing. Kamala did her thing.
Do you think she's attractive?
Fuck no.
Kamala?
No, I don't. Or Elizabeth Warren, or Nancy Pelosi. Although Nancy Pelosi back in the day, maybe.
She had it going on back in the day.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. You see some of those pictures of her on the beach.
She probably looked pretty good back in the day.
She got money too, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
She's really good with the stock market.
Does Biden not have money? Am I reading that?
Fuck yes, he does. Are you kidding me?
Am I reading that correctly?
Where'd you read that?
I think
that Biden not have money.
Probably in the Wall Street
Maybe
Journal.
not as much as Dr. Jill wanted. Maybe Dr. Jill wanted to keep the corpse going out there just so she could just keep that power.
What did you call him? The
corpse? I called Joe
Weekend at Bernie's.
A corpse, because that's what he was, and he still is. But it's all
Poor
good.
guy, man.
And Trump's got his issues too. We all know that.
What are his issues?
A lot.
Because I want you to
He's
be. I want you to be.
He's a New York businessman. The one thing I do
on this show.
He's a New York businessman, and yes, he does lie, and he fabricates all kinds of stuff, and he is about himself. I just want him to get through a goddamn speech. I watched a speech the other day with Trump. Kid Rock was kind of annoying. There's like 80-year-old men in the crowd, like, yeah, let's go.
Not a lot of diversity in that crowd.
Yeah, there was. There's still.
Not much.
Well, watch a DNC convention in 1996 or whatever it was when they're doing the Macarena. Tell me how diverse that was. I saw a video of that
1996.
Too. Was it 96 or was it
with Dan Quayle?
Was it in there?
He's on the Republican
and they're doing the Macarena, and it's like they're all stupid. They're all dumb. Trump went on forever. My fuck, it keeps talking, and was it good? Not to me, no. It wasn't, but it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
It just doesn't matter.
We've got a bench clears jersey here right now. Use our promo code Cannon Strick. It's going to save you 20%.
Let me see that mug right quick.
This is an old school Minnesota North Star. So now, when you see this jersey, who's the first person you think of?
I'll tell you right now. I think of Shane Churla.
Oh, dude.
You like that one?
That's a good one, number 27.
Shane Churla, shit kicker, dude. Let's get him on, by the way.
I think he
Check this mug out.
We can get him on. Look how
What
fresh
is
that is.
It's a medium, so obviously it's for Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's tight. That
Oh,
might be
nice.
for Kate.
No, stop trying to. You've been trying to steal that from me since the day I walked in.
What do you
today.
mean?
Since the second I walked in, you're like, "Oh, what size is this bad boy?"
This might be for Kate.
It's not for Kate.
Oh, dang.
It's too big for Kate.
It's cute. Women could wear these.
My size?
No. Yeah. And just be fine. Well, they might have to wear a bra probably underneath that, but it's all good. All good. That's bench clears right there.
Yeah, bench clears. So anyway, you can use our promo code and you'll save 20%. Do it today. And it's fully NHL licensed. They got every team.
So you went to Matthew's party.
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Oh, so cool. It was great, man.
Your face caved in. That's,
I'm feeling the
just
effects
always
of
something
it.
with you.
And I don't even know if it's directly related or correlated to what happened there.
I don't know, but
I saw Dougie Waite there. It was great to hang out with Dougie, his wife Allison. They're cool as shit.
Dougie's cool as hell.
Oh my god.
We might have to get him on again because last time we did, we're in the middle of a goddamn hockey rink. His wife's like, "Hey, we have
to go."
I know. I felt bad for her.
And like we're asking him, so did you waive your no trade clause to go to
Anaheim?
Man,
can we enjoy this? We flew already, all the way in here.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that again.
So all good.
And we can make that happen.
So did you have a good time?
Oh, I had a great time. Yeah, it's great, man. Happy for the family. Happy for Matthew. He brings the Stanley Cup back to St. Louis. Yep. All these guys, anyone who wins the cup, you're from St. Louis, and you bring the cup back to St. Louis, and you take it to Children's Hospital, and you do some different things.
He did everything he was supposed to do.
Police department.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me. So he did a lot of...
Are you looking at it?
That's a dry cough, too.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I could have what Joe has.
You smoking? Did you party that night?
Cam, it has nothing. That was 2 nights ago. People, it's going around.
Brought it up.
It's going around.
What is
I've known
COVID?
like 5 or 6 people that have had COVID in the last week.
We're in July.
Can you believe that?
So what's going? Whoa, Andy.
I'll get better, dude. I don't ever get sick. Just so you know,
I might call Chrissy.
Maybe I don't ever get sick.
It's July.
I think it's respiratory too.
You and Biden hanging out?
Maybe. How bad is his condition?
I don't know. I'm praying.
Is he going to speak to the American people?
Yeah, no, he's tweeting. He's tweeting.
Who's tweeting for him?
Some nerd, probably. Some 23-year-old girl.
Do you agree with the critics who say, well, if he's not fit enough to run for president, then he probably isn't fit enough to be the president?
You guys waited this long. Now you tell us?
Who's you guys?
All the Democrats, the pundits, everybody talking for hours a day about he's sharp as a tack. It's you. Trump's the one that's old. Now they're spending it like, look who's the old one. Trump's freaking on the ball.
Dude.
I'm
not Republican or Democrat.
But he's annoying.
You know that? I listen to the issues and then I choose who I want to vote for.
Everybody, it's all good, man. Everybody knows what we are. It is what it is. We don't hide it.
What are you? Are you Republican or Democrat?
I hate both of them.
Thank you.
I really do.
Me too.
The Republicans are a joke too.
You don't have much in common with Republicans.
I like fucking DeSantis.
Dude.
I like that Vivek. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot. I don't like the warmongers.
Vivek is my guy. You got to pick a different guy.
Oh yeah? Explain him.
Vivek?
Yeah.
He's a very successful businessman.
In what?
Computers or something.
Okay. Vivek. I love Vivek, dude. He was great actually at the convention too.
I think
I like DeSantis.
He's a future president.
I like to say, look at Florida. Everybody's moving down to Florida. DeSantis did a damn good job. And when shit was hitting the fan with COVID and everybody was freaking out with so many things with kids and this and that and the other, he stood against that. And he's like, no.
DeSantis?
He looked at the research. He's like, no, I'm keeping everything open. What are we doing? And that was such a turn on for a lot of people, man. It truly, truly was. Disney stuff to all kinds of weird stuff that the teachers are ensuing in some of these, which you're probably going to go through,
probably so.
with just like little things. Not everywhere. It's not everywhere. Not everybody's affected. I don't see it firsthand. And you can look at me and be like, Cam, how do you know? You don't see this firsthand. But if I don't see it firsthand, I'm in a fucking bubble. I don't have kids. I'm in a bubble in the middle of nowhere on a goddamn golf course.
You think you have a lot in common with the Republican?
Which one? The old school Christians? Probably not. Not at all. I'm for gambling. I'm for this. As far as the abortion's concerned, I'm not religious, but I do look at it like late-term abortion. Just have a law that says you can't have it past a certain amount. Like, that's a child. Like, I look at it like that's a child. But women should be able to. But they send it to the states. Like, you can still get aborted.
Regulated.
State regulated. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
and
people are like, Trump might ban. No, he's not. He's keeping it to the states.
That's a very controversial subject.
You know, Social Security, they're telling he's going to come. But you might have to eventually. Like, the inflation's bad. There's just so much, man. And I'm all over the place with stuff. And I sometimes change throughout the course of time. Just like you should. You can't be stuck. I'm not a religious guy, like I said. I'm not stuck on one fucking avenue where it's this way. Like, I read my stuff. I talk to people. I am in a bubble, just like we all are. Andy's in a goddamn Creve Coeur Racket Club bubble. We all know that. But, you know, at least I admit
What do you know
that.
about Kamala's husband?
The white boy? The old rich white guy?
Well, I'm seeing a picture of him.
Yeah, look at him. You know,
she's getting a lot of the minority vote.
She was hanging out with a bunch of cats back in the day.
She's getting a lot of the minority vote right now.
You keep bringing up politics. So listen, don't yell at me. Andy started this. I was going to come in here. I'm chilling. I feel good. I slept like a goddamn rock last night. Kate and I chilled all weekend. I got things done. My neighbor, who is like my age, we're like the youngest guys in the neighborhood, you know, Wes.
By far.
My boy Wes, I'll give you a little shout out. He got a dumpster. A big dog dumpster. He's like, I got to clean some stuff out of my house.
He's like, throw whatever you want.
I go, I'm going to take advantage of this. Remember, I got a dumpster back in the blue collar part of Eureka where the whole neighborhood came.
And they were
it was like a party in my front yard.
Okay,
that wouldn't happen.
You're boring the people.
I'm just telling you.
Let's go.
I filled my truck up. I cleaned the garage out. I picked up all this stuff in the basement, put it all in there, and I just filled his goddamn dumpster up, and it made me feel good. I'm not a hoarder.
I did clean up my closet over the weekend, too. See, I drive my wife crazy because she's such a control freak with that type of stuff. Like, what am I giving away? What am I throwing away? You know, so once I start cleaning stuff up, she takes over.
Is she a hoarder?
A little bit.
Have you seen those shows?
Oh, yeah, hoarding.
It's the most
disgusting.
Dude. You are disgusting.
I am the opposite of a hoarder.
I want it gone.
Get it rid of it.
I threw away a bunch of old hockey skates and stuff like that. I probably could have done something.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they game worn?
Yeah.
Well, you probably could have made some money on that.
I'm not doing it myself. I don't know. Fuck it. If I can't make money, I got to rely on that to make money.
Do you know that The Athletic, are you familiar with The Athletic? You ever heard of The Athletic?
Yes. I read all this.
They write stuff about football and baseball. They came out with a list of the worst contracts in the NHL.
Colton Parayko's on there.
4th worst?
What?
This may be, and I'm not going to be, I don't like to criticize other media, so they have
no, I know.
their reasoning for it.
Yeah. Quit screwing this up.
They show a lot of analytics.
Yeah, which is good. I don't mind that.
But it's just because he doesn't produce a ton of offense. But he makes 6.5. He ain't making 9.5.
I watched him a lot last
he
year.
led the league in block shots last year.
Yeah.
I know some people say, well, it's block shots. He plays against the other team's best players, plays 24 minutes a night. He's being strongly considered for Hockey Canada to make that roster. I just don't think.
I saw that.
Sometimes when you do stuff like that, then no one's going to take the list serious.
No shit.
So when you put him on the list for worst contracts,
he's our best. So he's making $6.5 million.
Making 6.5.
He's 6'6".
He doesn't even have the worst contract on the team.
Not even close, dude. Colton Parayko was awesome last year. We watched him all the time.
He's a one-man breakout.
He was awesome. Would bat pucks down the zone, make that play, get up, keep pucks alive, do this. Doesn't get caught. Get out of here.
So let's look at the list.
Who's on there?
Chandler Stevenson. He just signed. So
I know. He signed a big ticket.
We'll 6.3 times 7 years. We'll see how that goes. It probably won't be a great contract. Tom Wilson, 6.5 at 7 years. I'd take his ass.
Me too. Give a shit. Damn right, big
Colton Parayko they got on there.
Who else?
Damon Severson.
I play with him in Jersey. Yep. He was a young kid coming up in Jersey. What's he making? He's in Columbus now.
He's making 6.3.
Okay, 6.3.
Yeah, 6.3
and he's logging
times 7.
How much ice? 22 minutes.
Mark Scheifele.
Okay.
Making 8.5.
That might be one.
Sean Couturier, I could see that maybe.
Yeah, he was terrible, and he got sat out.
Seth Jones, I could see that.
What's Sean Couturier making, by the way?
Couturier is making 7.75.
Yeah, he was bad, dude.
Seth Jones, his contract's been in question. The team hasn't been very good. Darnell Nurse certainly belongs on this list. Tyler Sagan, I don't know. Sagan played pretty well last year. That Dallas team's pretty cool. Somebody got married. I think it was Jamie Benn.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of that.
Yeah, beautiful wife.
Oh God, yes.
Beautiful wife.
He's a beautiful man.
And they're, hanging out, partying, doing their thing.
All the guys are having
karaoke.
Fun. Pavelski was down there too, partying. Yes. I love it. I like that team. I like those guys, man.
So anyway,
how about we get Jamie Benn on?
That's your list. He's a little busy right now.
All right, I'm just saying.
Okay, in the future. Yeah, you just got married yesterday. Can you come on?
I agree with you on that. My bad. Yeah. But on the other hand, Andy does ask me all the time, who do we need? And I'm like, go through the list. Boom, boom, boom. And Jamie Benn really hasn't got brought up, and I think he would.
So we created a hotline if people want to call and ask.
Oh, dude, you guys got to do this. Can we do another? Because it's you talking. Can we both talk we're married or something?
No.
Hi, it's Andy. We're not home right now. Whatever.
Yeah, something. We'll do it. We'll redo the message. But we set this thing up where people can call and say whatever they want. They could be out partying, doing whatever.
I don't give a shit.
Just be funny.
Or it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, I got to get this off my chest. I'm going to tell these guys. Just fucking tell us, dude. I try to keep everything open here, man. I don't care if it's fucking hardcore shit, And maybe you don't say, hey, don't use my name. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Just tell us what to do and we'll do it. We're not going to put you on the spot unless you want that. But it's not about, hey, getting your name out. I think people just want us to read what their thought process is and let's dissect
So it's on our Twitter. It's 314-312-3708. That's the phone number to call
Say it one more time.
314-312-3708. So tell them what it is again.
314-312-3708.
Good.
No, is that it?
Yeah. So call it, and then you can leave us a message.
Anything you want.
We've got a couple, and they're asking serious questions, who do you think they should get, or who
I like that. That's fine.
Yeah, who should they get rid of?
Well, Andy,
yeah, I know.
You're talking to people all day.
Know.
That's why you come in here right on time, is because you're trying to call everybody to figure out the
right
latest
on time.
thing.
Thank you.
Sometimes you're late.
Last week,
and then you piss me off. But today you're fine, and now I'm in a good mood. You see the difference?
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah.
Last week you had no business being in a bad mood, but you were in a bad mood.
No, because you told me 10:45.
I told you 11.
No.
And then you pushed up my time.
It's on my fucking it's on my text message. I
said I'll be there at 11. He's like, no, be there at 10:45. I'm like, okay, and I show up at 11. It's like I told you what time I was going to be here.
What's up? Jesus Christ, it's all good.
Oh,
we're good today.
My respiratory, yeah.
God, man, people feel sorry for you.
It's been going around, dude.
And he had to go to this Stanley Cup party.
I don't think that's how I got sick, though.
He had to do it. He drank all night. Then he got up and went to Ty's practice, talked to people, shook their hands. Then he did this and he did that. Then he didn't sleep. And then Lori had him go do a bunch of stuff. And now he's sick. So feel sorry for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough for him,
Is that how people get sick? I think lack of sleep is the number one cause.
Lack of sleep is the worst, especially for respiratory, all that. Yeah. Lack of sleep.
Yeah.
I saw this firsthand with Jimmy the Cat Hayes when I was working with him with radio. He would not sleep. He's like fucking Trump. He would not sleep. He would be in goddamn Oakland at fucking 7 o'clock game, fly in and be there at 6:15 for a 7 o'clock show. And I look at him like, oh, he would pass out between.
He would?
Yeah.
Would he get sick a lot?
Yeah.
That's what happens.
He fucking worked his ass off.
I don't get sick a lot.
No, you do bitch about things here and there. I don't get sick. I don't.
I remember when Cam got COVID.
I kicked its ass.
He called me and he's like, I answered the phone and I'm like, hello. And he's like, yeah, I got it.
I got it.
I'm like, you got what? He said, I got it. Yeah, you were like, it was so beneath you to have to admit that you actually got it.
I didn't get the vax, and I'm like, I got it. I'm like,
remember how you wouldn't admit?
What we doing?
Remember you wouldn't admit you didn't get the vax? You didn't want anyone to know?
Didn't want anybody knowing.
Why?
Oh, well, what do you think?
Because you were being judged.
Oh, big time. Now I could say it all, but whatever. It doesn't matter now. Funny how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Funny how that works in a small period of time.
All right, last political question for you. Who's the biggest threat to Donald from the Democratic side?
I would say Michelle Obama. I would say.
What about
even
Hillary?
Gavin Newsom is a smooth talking, slick back, fucking sexy looking, does this thing looks like a villain in fucking Batman movie. Small. But if you really listen to his answers when he's watch Adam Carolla talk to fucking Gavin Newsom about the state of fucking California.
It's good.
It is so goddamn, he didn't give a fuck. He's asking, You'll just see what their answers are on how to fix the problems in California.
So what does he say?
Just political answers like, well, what about the traffic issue? What about, Gavin, what about the traffic issue?
Okay, I get the
Hold on, time
questions.
out.
What's the answer?
He's like, we are all traffic. We're all traffic. The fuck does that mean?
Oh,
what are we going to do about it?
He put him in the blender, I think.
Like he just like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what about the homeless problem? Gavin.
We are all homeless.
No, it's 35-year-old women who are divorced with their children that are stuck on the streets. No, it's not. It's junkie shit bums everywhere you look. Wait, it's 35-year-old divorced women with children and they can't afford. No, they're not. No, they're not homeless. It's junkie fucking fentanyl-induced junkies everywhere.
Are you familiar with the boss?
Huh?
Do you know who the boss is?
Which one?
That bear in Banff, Alberta, who's been there for
Andy read a story.
No.
It must have been that. I bet you Andy was looking at his phone at the Stanley Cup party. He's like, I saw something real quick, and then I have to go.
Dude, he hops on the railroad on train. He's been hit by a train twice and survived.
I don't like that.
He's like 600 pounds.
Yeah.
He's the biggest bear in the.
Everyone knows
he's
heavier than 600 pounds if he's a bigger
700.
bear. I would say
800.
Yeah.
He's a grizzly.
Yeah.
And he's been hit by a train twice and survived. He's been like, who knows what else he's been through.
Well, they could
Dude,
fall off
they call him
50-foot
the
tree.
boss. Let me show you a picture of him.
Don't bore the goddamn audience. Now you're looking up stuff. Like, don't bore the audience.
I gotta show you.
We got to do stuff for them, man.
I got to show you
Let's
this
go.
guy.
It's our 300th episode, by the way, man. We have some kick-ass ones. We got Michael Pezzetta on today, which is not a very big name, you know, but he's a Montreal.
Everyone knows who he is, though.
In Montreal, man, like we're trying to get you guys like some love. Yeah, that thing's more than 600 pounds. That's
See
a
this
monster. Yeah, but this is not good for the audience.
No,
No, they can't see that. Dude.
They can see it. No.
There's a couple videos I saw of some of these 25-foot great
Banff's
whites.
biggest grizzly bear, the boss.
Yeah, he's just
Dude,
doing it.
he runs the show there.
Look at the snow coming down on him. He's got their fur is just thick, Andy. Like if I got my 45, that if I need things to happen, which is not good for home invasion. You want a shotgun for home invasion because it's not going to kill your neighbors, but it will bust through that wall and you'll have a bigger radius where you can kill the intruder. But I got a 45 too. If I shot that bear with that 45 like this, it would probably survive.
Really? The boss? Well, he'll survive anything, dude.
No,
He's been hit by a train twice, dude, and survived.
They won't survive anything. That's a stupid thing to say. They will not survive anything.
He's proven.
You have a fucking weaponry. You could cut through that fucking skull and their fur.
You
but
would-
it would take. Yeah, but the train's probably slowing down. It probably bumped them. They have a scoop, and it probably got rocked. Boom! I'm telling you, they can crawl up a tree so fast and then fall, pop, and then bounce
Yeah.
up and
Oh,
do their
that
thing.
ain't gonna hurt him.
You know.
Did you hear about the? What do you have there?
What's up?
What is that?
I always take my little backpack. You know.
Mm-hmm. Is that a cardinal hat?
No, it's for first time.
Oh, first fire.
And I got a couple things in here.
Mhm.
Always this, you know, so my teeth don't look. I had a sponsor to, and they gave me all this bleach to bleach my teeth.
Yeah, and what happened?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh,
But I'm going to, Andy.
mm-hmm. You gonna bleach
And I'm
your
gonna
teeth?
smile for everybody. I'm gonna look like you.
You hear the story? I don't know where it was, but those two kayakers that got swallowed by the whale, and then the whale.
Man,
The whale spit them out.
Yeah, I know. That's happened a long time ago.
No, it didn't. I
Yes,
just saw it. Someone just sent it to me.
Doesn't matter. That could have been from 5 years ago, and that exactly happened.
Whoever the listener is,
No,
I appreciate
that's
you
old.
sending that
That's
to me.
old. The guy got spit
No,
out.
that was a different story, dude.
So it's a new one?
Yeah. That was the guy who
know
said he
about
was spit
you.
out, and then it was like questioned if it was even accurate, if he really got swallowed by the whale. This whale, because whales don't like human flesh,
No, dude. No.
human meat.
No. Well, probably like
And they spit these poor girls out, man.
girls.
Kayakers.
That's
and
like
they
1 in a
survived
billion.
it.
Okay, that's 1 in a billion. I will say this though, I do see these on For You on YouTube or on Twitter. I do kind of cruise and I just look at all these
Yeah.
different. There's so many crazy things that are going on. A lot of it's from back in the day that's popping up now, just like what probably Andy's talking about. It probably happened years ago, but somebody's like, hey, here it is. I get that all the time. You got to be aware
Yeah,
of
well,
what's
you
going
saw
on.
that one kayaker who was being surrounded by the orcas. And she's freaking out.
Horrifying, dude.
And she's like, please, please, please.
It's horrifying.
And who's filming this?
Don't know.
Is she videotaping it?
She might have a thing on her back of her. All these people are doing
like
YouTube
GoPro
all
or
the time,
something.
so they probably have a GoPro stuck to the back of their.
And she's like, please. She's like,
those
praying.
orcas are so smart.
But they don't kill. I don't think an orca has killed a human being.
They would
in hundreds of years.
I would probably.
I bet you. I know. I'm saying they don't. They haven't.
They are so smart. They are the ultimate.
Are they
predator.
smart?
They are so smart.
They would beat a shark.
Yes, they will team up together.
Yes,
team up together because they'll follow a seal on a goddamn iceberg, and they'll take the iceberg and go.
Dude, those seals
come and get
it.
They're like SEAL Team 6, dude.
Is it the seals? What are they in San Diego, right there on the coast?
Yeah, I'd like to be a SEAL.
And they're attacking the people on
well, get away from them then. Like, fucking Jesus.
But they're
like Andy and his, hey, look at a seal, I'm gonna hug it. No.
Yeah.
They got teeth and they'll fucking bite the shit out of you.
It's like a walrus or something.
But they got a good gig. Although you gotta deal with sharks.
Who's got a good gig?
Seals.
Dude, they get attacked by the sharks all the time. That's not a great gig.
No, it depends on where you're at. And there's a million of them everywhere they're at. They're all hanging out together. They can swim in cold water.
It's like the seals.
There's abundance of food for them. They're so quick. They could jump on land. They could go in. They got it pretty good. Yeah. Ducks have it pretty good too. Besides the guys that want to kill ducks, which duck meat is damn good. But if you're a duck and you don't have any, you could fly in, you could swim.
Do you eat a lot of duck?
People do, yeah.
No,
Ducks,
do you?
I would if there was on the menu.
Like
it's fatty.
Turducken or something.
No, just duck. Like they fucking sear it right. They do their thing. They put a little glaze on that mug. Yes.
You know who eats a lot of duck?
Good.
A lot of people in the
in Missouri.
A lot of people in the Asian community.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Andy.
If you go to like a Asian restaurant, like a Chinese restaurant, you'll find like duck soup. You'll find duck duck. Lots of different duck is going on.
Ducks have it good. Especially down to Lake the Ozarks, because you really can't kill them down there on the lake because you can't really shoot anything.
Ducks down there, are there?
God,
hey, I'm looking for a lake house for a couple of days.
And so the ducks cruise down. All these people that are cooking barbecue all the time with bread everywhere. So they come down, they get on the docks, they shit everywhere. They eat all the extra scrap food on the docks, jump in the water, abundance of fish everywhere. Go down, go up. Oh, I'm going to get away from something. I fly away. Ducks have a good gig.
I'm looking for a lake house just for a couple of days, getaway.
Oh, okay.
Michigan, Wisconsin, Missouri.
Okay, I would say with the kids or just you and Lori.
Well, I'm talking.
Was it just you and Lori?
No, the kids too. And I'm talking to the listeners.
You need a you and Lori trip.
We just had one to Mexico.
Oh, that was?
Yeah.
The kids weren't there?
No.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
Yeah, but drivable. So if anybody out there owns a lake house that you rent out your lake house, let me know.
Absolutely, dude. Any of you guys, Michigan, Wisconsin, I would say.
Yeah.
You just go down Table Rock.
I know, but
I love it down there. Table Rock Lake.
Is it big?
Fuck yeah.
And you just rent like a pontoon or something?
You could rent a pontoon down there with the kids.
For how much?
$500 a day. The nicest pontoon, sleepers, dude, like lounge chairs, lounge fucking couches. It's got a goddamn.
And I can just drive it around.
Yes,
it's easy to drive.
I would go on a weekday. You have a 250 on the back of that. That thing can go 47 miles an hour on a pontoon. Like, wow, badass stereo system. Hook your phone right up, boom, jam out to whatever you want. You can put coolers on.
You can't drink or anything like that when you're driving the pontoon. Well, you said the BWI's out there.
Nah, and Table Rock.
No,
you could chill.
Okay,
you'll be okay. They're not worried about you. They're worried about dipshit kids, maybe that.
Yeah,
but they're pretty good down there.
Okay, well, if anybody has
it's not like the Ozarks where you can get funneled in for something like, but even like the Ozarks, man, you can creep your way to whatever.
Yeah.
Don't go out in the heavy areas on 4th of July when they're doing the fireworks. You might get fucking a checkpoint.
Yeah.
But for you and the family to go down there, you can make sandwiches, all that, put it in the cooler, rent this thing out. Even if you bump the side, Andy.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're bumped, dang.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Don't go to the shallow area and act like fucking a dipshit. They're going to tell you that. But just put around and check it out. Feel it, man.
Is it crowded?
Fuck no. Nobody's down there.
Really?
Dude, I'll show you a video of me and Kate. I love doing that. That's our number one jam, baby. Yeah. We go rent that thing. No one's down there. You know the people at the restaurants. They always take care of you. Everybody, like, we'll rent that cabin
I don't know
out.
the people at the restaurant.
You talk to them.
Oh, yeah, okay. I've never been down there, so that's why.
Talk to them.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're all blues fans.
Yeah, okay.
They all watch the blues all down. It's all people coming down from St. Louis.
Okay, good.
God, that water is beautiful.
Is it clean?
Yes.
You can swim in
There's
it?
an $80 million fucking mansion that they're trying to sell for $80 million. This weird, looks like a mall on top of these
The guy
cliffs.
who owns
It's the weirdest thing in the
Bass
world.
Pro Shops?
No. That guy's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, he owns Big Cedar, too.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
He owns the
That's
Tiger
where you go.
Woods
Go down to
golf
Big
course.
Cedar, man, and then you can just rent. You can rent from there. You can rent from other places. These big pontoons that go 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Perfect for the kids.
Okay, so Cam, this is our 300th episode.
Yeah.
I'm just curious your thoughts on that.
We had a good run, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did it. You know, we got to keep building different things. That's why you guys, man, like calling it. What's the number again? Let us know what you want us to do different.
312-3708.
Say it again.
314-312-3708.
Call that and let us know.
Do you know I have a like photographic memory?
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Give me something and then take it away. But I have to like swirl sangria.
What's the fucking?
Well, I didn't read all that yet.
Then
You
whatever.
gotta give me you can't just like hold it for 1 second and then take it away.
And he's got a little bit of everything in him. I mean, Jesus Christ. Now I got to. No, you don't. If you did, you would have a lot more money. You would know so many different things.
It has nothing to do with
Yes,
that.
it would. You had a photogenic memory, meaning you remember everything that went down. You would be able to take advantage of that from fucking day one. You'd be 5 years old.
I do.
Now, how?
I've never
talked. What are you taking advantage of?
I've never talked with a teleprompter. Ever.
Yeah, whatever.
So
you this bullshit, dude. Are you kidding? I know the game. Don't play with me.
No, I mean I'm being serious though. I do remember things, like advertising copy, all that type of stuff. Just look at it a couple times.
Yeah, I'm sure you're better than the average person. But when you say that that's basically saying you're a genius.
No, who's saying that? You're putting words in my mouth now.
You put the words in your mouth, and now we're all dissecting it, saying if you tell me you have photogenic memory, that means you're fucking Elon. You're fucking these fucking monster scientists and whatever the fuck it is. You're not that.
Elon.
You have a pretty good one, maybe above average. Just like
is he American?
No, he's African American.
How come? No, he's not. Oh, South African. Yeah. You're right.
No, he's not.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's not.
You better get that's racist.
But
he's an African American. You better fucking.
Does he have American
citizenship? Probably. I would say yeah. He works here all the time, full time.
There's a lot of people I know who
you think he's living in South Africa?
Aren't American, but they are like super like passionate about America.
Oh yeah, because they live here.
Yeah,
and they're like, that's why we left our country.
Yes, but they didn't flee like
no, but they left our country because
some dangerous war zone. They left Canada to come work here. All the Canadians I know are like, we're American.
Well, of course, they came down here and they made money, and they met people here. They probably met their wives here. They had their children here. They're fucking Americans. You're damn right.
Really?
They've been down here. They got their citizenship.
So how do you become American?
You get your citizenship.
No, I know, but like what qualifies? Like when you've been here for how long?
You get your citizenship. Now, a lot of it's difficult, man. Like guys have waited. Canadians have waited a long, long time. But yeah, you get it right away.
Yeah, but then when USA plays Canada, now they become Canadian.
That's fine.
Is that so you can still keep your loyalty?
Doesn't bother me.
You can still keep your loyalty.
Yes, that's where you're born and raised, man. It's because you make more money here and you have more. You met your wife here doesn't mean that you love America more than Canada.
No, it does.
Maybe it does, but on the other hand, you're born there, dude. You gotta go represent. I don't mind that.
Represent.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Jesus, what
so
are you doing
okay, so 300 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, and sorry guys, I'm a little bit under the weather today. My face is caving in.
You went to a Stanley Cup party, and we have to feel sorry for him. That's unbelievable. You know,
who says that's how I got sick though?
It's exactly what it was. I remember I talked to you the next day, like, oh God, the kids went to bed and we stayed.
They did. The kids left. Dude, how cool was it that he invited all the kids,
dude?
The entire family.
That's why they're the best. Dude.
They are the best. They're very generous.
They are.
Big Walt's mom is like
she's still doing good.
The best.
Yeah.
Oh, and the dad.
Yeah.
They're all doing great.
Good.
Everybody looks great.
Walt looks good.
Yeah.
I saw all the pictures. It was good. I was doing a goddamn wing eating contest with
Pronger, I can't have
Twister,
you. I can't have you doing this.
Bobby Gassoff Jr.
Although it's with Bobby, so it's all good.
When Bobby Gassoff Jr. asks you to do something,
you do it.
You do it.
He's a Navy SEAL.
Fucking shit kicking. You damn right. We might have to get him on, but I don't know if he can do it.
You want to know my best Bobby Gassoff story?
But Bobby Gassoff was Bob Gassoff, who played for the Blues back in the day.
His dad.
Bob Gassoff Jr.'s dad, Bob Gassoff, who was a shit-kicking, handsome.
What number was
3
he?
baby.
There you go.
Was badass defenseman, did everything. Very, very popular. They were out by me, where I live in Eureka, at a big party. Was that BA's, Bruce Affleck's house?
He was there. I don't know if it was
Maybe
his
it was
house.
one of those old school cats back in the early 70s.
Yeah. They're
out there partying because they're skeet shooting out there because it's all the land in Eureka. They're skeet shooting. And
skeet.
They told this kid to go in the pickup truck to go get more beer.
Yeah.
So he went all the way out to the fucking local town out there, out yonder. Bobby Gassoff got on a motorcycle to go cruise around, just to cruise, man. They're all partying, doing their thing, cruise. He went on the road. The kid gets beer. He's coming back, and he's flying. He's going fast.
That's how it happened?
He's going fast. And Bobby Gassoff came in a motorcycle, and they collided.
Really?
Boom. And his pregnant wife was there with Bobby Gassoff Jr. at the party.
Really?
Bruce, all the boys were there. And it was the most horrific thing in fucking St. Louis Blues history.
Yeah, no, I like hearing the alumni speak.
There you go, right there, baby.
About Bobby
That's why
Gassoff.
when fucking Bobby, and then he's a goddamn Navy SEAL, and he still does shit. And I hear about it, and he was in the mix in the fucking sandbox out there, and he's a badass. And now I'm teaching his kid how to fight too. By the way, I should have went today.
His kid's a great
I slept
kid.
in. Sorry about that. I slept in this morning, but his kid's out there. He's huge now, dude.
Huge.
And I'm like wrestling him. He needs to learn how to throw a little better.
Yeah.
But he's like dragging me around. I'm like, okay, let's go.
He's a big boy.
So anyway,
I saw him skate actually a few weeks ago. Ty was out there for.
Bobby's like, why is
John
he so
Stanford.
big? I go, no, he still looks like you. Don't worry. Still yours.
Who said why is he so big?
Bobby Gassoff.
Oh, he's
Jr.
way bigger than Bobby, huh?
Way bigger.
Yeah.
I go, he's like, God, I go, he's a fucking strong, big boy.
Yeah,
Bobby's like, yeah, he might not be mine. I go, yeah, he is. I could see in his fucking eyes.
So you ready for my and we all love Bobby. You want to know what my favorite Bobby?
Go ahead, baby.
And I apologize because
so people knew who he was. Because a lot of people don't.
So my favorite Bobby Gassoff story is, and of course Navy SEAL and shit kicker or whatever. So
let's see what he has to say about what's going on. By the way,
about the world and everything. I know
you would.
Whoever he's got a very interesting.
You would be
perspective.
interested to see what he has.
It would be.
Go ahead.
I'm interested to hear what.
No. Go ahead. I'm just saying.
I'm interested to hear what anybody has to say, Kim. That's the difference.
No doubt.
Between you and I. You only want to hear from people that agree with you.
No. Are you out of your mind? I work with people more than you do that I had to talk about this for 3 hours a freaking day. Are you kidding? I had to deal with this every single day with different fans and all kinds of people I work with that are the complete opposite. And I'm still friends with them today. Still, from black to guys that are completely different to guys that do agree with you. I did that every day for 7 years. What are you talking about?
Okay. I
gotta correct you on that. You just got in a game, homeboy. You didn't know shit 2 years ago.
What kind of game?
The political game.
Oh,
you had your head. It's all good. You had your head in the sand, and now you work with me all the time. We talk about it all the time, and now you're more into it, and it's fine. Mm-hmm. But I literally had to really get into it because guys were so smart.
Elizabeth Warren
on both sides.
She reminds me of like a librarian, a second grade teacher from back in the day. You gotta respect.
She's Native American.
She's been through a lot of shit.
She got that Harvard degree.
She's got a daughter or two.
She took advantage of the system and said that she was Native American to get into a specific school because, are you kidding me?
Are you sure about that? That's how she got in?
Where is he?
He's not listening today.
I don't think he's back there.
Is that?
No, Andy,
there he is. That's how she got in? She said she was Native American?
Yeah, she's like 3%.
Well, what's that?
You want to look it up real quick?
No, but 3% is 3%.
Well, what the fuck then, baby? I'm fucking Native American then, too. I spit on that goddamn thing. I'm black. I'm fucking all kinds of shit. I'm a little bit of everything. So you cannot chirp me.
So am I. We're all a little bit of everything.
Well, then
I got family from all over.
Then I could take advantage of the system then, right?
Well, no.
Well, what do you mean?
I don't even know what she did, dude. So
why don't you read about it? You keep talking about her. You're the one that brings her up. Why don't you know what she did?
Well, because I saw an interview with her last night.
What'd she say? Was she acting like she's drinking a beer and she liked it, like in her kitchen? And she's like, I like beer.
I like how one guy.
You are so fake.
You know, I flip it around from Fox News to different channels and stuff like that.
Always do that.
Yeah.
I go on YouTube and listen to guys.
This one guy last night, he made a hockey reference to where we're at right now with the political climate, Cam, where he said that the Democrats basically have the last change. So the Republican convention just took place. Now the Democrats have their convention coming up, and they get to react and play the matchup game and match up versus what the Republicans just did. So they get the last change.
That's cool.
Okay, so that's what he said, okay?
That's cool.
So Bobby Gassoff, best story, at the Blues team store during a game, there was a shoplifter. And all of a sudden, I'm walking past the team store and, you know, walking through the concourse working, probably headed to do some type of...
big-time stuff.
Probably a interview about to go viral.
Probably something.
Very viral.
How was that period?
I want to do a show either talking like Trump the entire time or talking like Stephen A. Smith the entire time.
That was a good period.
It was the best period. Some people say it's the best period we've ever seen.
We've ever seen. And will ever see.
He's a great right winger. He can like really shoot the hardest shot ever. They say they've never.
It's the hardest shot
they say they've never recorded a shot that's harder.
Trump's one of the funniest guys in the world, dude.
Do you think he's trying to be funny?
He is. No, that's him. That's him.
Or do you think he talks like that?
Dude, he's been the game, dude. That's how he is.
He's in the golf cart with Barron.
He's fucking
and
hilarious.
He's talking to these
Barron
people.
might be the next son bitch.
What kind of son of a bitch?
He just might be a political figure.
I'm not seeing a whole lot of Melania right now.
She does her thing, man. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? She just stays out of it. She looks beautiful, just stays out. Legal immigrant.
She's legal, yeah.
Yep, you know.
So Bobby Gassoff, there's a shoplifter inside the team store. Yeah. He steals something and he breaks through the police. Breaks through the security, breaks through the employees, runs outside of the store. There's an exit to the building right there. Runs outside with the stolen goods from the team store. Bobby Gassoff Jr. sees him and immediately flips the switch and gets into action.
You're bad at storytelling. No. Honestly,
no,
it's unbelievable.
You're interrupting me. You're interrupting me. I'm not even like. I'm not even.
My bad. You're right. My bad.
I'm trying. You should not say that.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Are you mean, Cam?
No,
today?
I'm not. I'm actually in a good mood. My bad. Seriously. Sorry.
Hey, nice camera, me, because you were kind of mean, Cam, last week.
You're 15 minutes late. You're getting me sick. With all those kids everywhere. I don't hang out with kids.
Hey, let me know if your face is caving in, because that's what's happening to mine. It's sinusitis.
Am I wrong on that, though, Maddie? He knows. Let's go.
Sinusitis.
So what happened? He tackled the guy?
He tackles him.
Yeah.
Probably threw in an arm bar or two. Okay.
Probably a little chokehold.
Probably a chokehold.
Like a Marine.
Gets him down on the ground, brings him back into the building.
It says, here it is.
And here he is.
Just stormed on there he is.
Yeah.
Although you got to make sure. I bet you he made sure he didn't have any weapons.
Just so happened to be walking by the guy.
What were you doing?
I told you what I was doing.
What was Andy doing throughout this process? Andy probably saw him, was like,
camera!
What's going on here?
Let's get a camera. Let's get a camera.
Film it. Look, I'm with an intruder here. He stole some. Meanwhile, Bobby's just like, what's up? Let me go take care of this. Let me put him downtown, Chinatown. Let me see if he's got any bullshit.
That's what you do.
I'm going to drag him in. I'm going to put him down.
That's what you do.
There. And you were filming, probably. Like,
I was
story.
just, this is just amazing to see him in action, live in action. Do lions, listen, do tigers and bears, would they ever cross one another in the wild?
Yeah.
Where?
India.
Okay. I think you're right about that.
Man, you got nothing else in your... Can I talk? Should I bring something up?
Okay, you can.
Well, good God.
I think you're right about that. There was a standoff.
Yeah, it happens.
Between a bear and a tiger the other day. I couldn't tell if it was like a Photoshop video.
It depends on what kind of bear.
If it was an AI.
Those tigers are hardcore, baby.
So who wins that fight, dude?
Depends on what kind of bear it is. You got a big grizzly.
Siberian. Oh, no.
In Russia too, actually. In Russia too.
Okay. They have tigers in Russia?
Yeah.
Do they?
Siberian tiger? You
Oh,
goddamn
in Siberia,
right.
that's why they call them that.
Shit kicking.
Yeah.
And they got bears up there too. Russia's got some
Those
things.
white bears,
Russia
dude.
is very big.
Those white bears will get you.
Polar?
Well, no.
So back in the day,
no. It's not the polar bear. It's like another kind of white bear. It's like a white grizzly, I think. Have you seen those? Yeah, it's like a white grizzly.
Polar bears are the scariest and they're biggest, and they could swim for miles. They've recorded a polar bear up in the north, and that son bitch swam for 5 fucking days straight.
Are you serious?
He swam like for 5 days.
Just floats.
Yeah. I think they're very buoyant because of how thick their fucking
So they don't get cold in there?
Hell nah. He swam. Think about that. That's apex hardcore. But back in the day, even when humans were first getting going, there were short nosed bears that were even bigger, dude. The shit that humans actually went through in life, I wish we just knew more and knew more. Like, I just wish the process would speed up, but it's all good. But I like learning about this kind of stuff. But the humans have seen some hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
Hardcore badass predators, dude, over time.
So who wins the fight?
With a bear, and it depends on what bear. So a big one?
I'm going to say grizzly.
I'd say bear would probably the apex.
Over?
A tiger's
the tiger?
Tiger could scratch him. Bear could scratch him. They both know how to swim. One's bigger than the other. So whoever the biggest, maybe. Their bite pressure is probably the same. I would say the bear's skin is thicker, meaning it'd be harder. Like if I took a gun and I took both of them, okay, how's this? If I took a gun, and I could be wrong on this, and you guys, whatever, and we're just bullshitting anyway, who cares? We're chilling, baby. It's the middle of fucking summer. What else are we talking about?
You want to talk about the power play?
So you want to talk about power play with the Jets? Like, what the fuck? If you had a badass bear, and you had that fucking tiger, and I had a weapon, and I shot boom, 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 same amount, I would say the bear would
last longer. Yeah, okay. Hey, who's the guy who works with Joe Rogan? Like, is that a co-host, a producer? Who is that guy? I think I sent you the video.
On camera? Jamie?
No, he's on camera.
Dude, he's got guests coming in all the time. Sometimes he'll have a comedian the whole time. Sometimes he'll do this. Sometimes he'll have a comedian with another guest. Sometimes
I don't think he was a guest.
No, he's like, Jamie, can you pull that up? That's Jamie. He's like Maddie. If Maddie was in charge of that screen right now, I'd be like, hey, Maddie, type this in, which we probably should do.
Yeah.
And but hey, is this wrong about Elizabeth Warren acting like she's Native American? That got into fucking
Elizabeth Warren
school back in the
day. She
looks
like a librarian from an elementary
school.
Are
you in love with her?
No, remember those little toys you had when you were a kid? That you could put your finger in.
She turns you on.
It had a hole in the bottom of the toy, and you could put your finger.
How does she turn you on?
No, I didn't say. You're acting like you're
because
taking this way to the left field. Remember the little people toys? You put your finger in the little circle.
Weird, Maddie.
She looks like one of those.
Weird. What does that mean? That's racist.
Oh my God, dude. It is not.
How dare you say that? Now I'm uncomfortable. How dare you? She's a Muppet? Is that what you're saying?
No, not a Muppet.
So the men own her? Oh God, that is sexist.
What's her husband do?
Fucking probably in the stock market.
Okay, so listen. Oh, you think everyone's husband's in the stock market?
Yeah.
Just because Pelosi is?
Just because you have power and you could skew things.
I don't know if she does illegal stuff like that.
Maybe not.
She wouldn't tell the the interviewer.
Hey, that's not just her. That's Republicans.
The interviewer.
Fuck them.
The interviewer asked.
You like Andrew Bailey though? Give him.
The interviewer asked.
My boy, Andrew Bailey.
The interviewer asked.
Asked. What's that mean?
No.
What are we doing here?
The interviewer.
Is there any hockey stuff going on?
No. The interviewer asked her. Have you talked to Kamala? And she was like,
Obama hasn't. Chuck Schumer hasn't.
Dude, they're not endorsing her.
Now, again, we're in on Monday. So this could
Why won't they endorse her?
Because she knows she's fucking. Have you listened
to her?
So then
Biden had to endorse her.
Have you listened to her? Well, yeah. Have you listened to her in any meetings in just important situations?
I saw a video. I don't know if it was accurate or if it was AI.
The trees are the trees.
Yeah.
And then we have to grow new trees to have trees. And then we are trees in the end.
Mm-hmm.
No, I asked you about the fucking border.
Yeah.
What?
Well, immigration, she's going to get killed.
Have you been on the border? Well, I haven't been to Europe either.
Immigration, she's going to get killed.
Killed.
Do you know how many political analysts there are, Cam? They've got
what's the money?
They've got sets of people who are like 10 deep, and then they go to another segment and they bring in another 10 people, and then another segment,
there's a ton,
and then 5 of the other ones come back.
It's all the same people rotating, dude. If you really watch it, it's all the same people. I like these.
How do I become one of those?
You gotta know your shit, and you certainly don't, and neither do I. I don't even know my shit compared to fucking people I've worked with.
Yeah, but if I studied it, if I did,
you're not gonna do it. You're so way behind. You don't even know what the fuck's going on. You're just starting to get going. You're hearsay, meaning you hear what people say at Caufield Rifle Club, and you're like, "That's interesting." And
put
then
me on a panel,
dude. I'm reading this shit all fucking day, dude. I'm not going to hockey practice. I'm like literally reading this stuff. Drives you fucking nuts.
Did you hear?
And I still don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Did you hear that BG had a baby?
You certainly do. And she's the dad.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
She's the daddy.
Pops. Okay. You don't have to take it there right now, dude.
She took it there.
We don't have to go there yet.
She took it there, dude.
Hold on.
God, I've been saying this for years.
I saw the interview. She had a baby, or somebody. I don't know if her partner had the baby, or
how's that? So how do you think they had it?
And
can I ask you that?
The lady said, the interviewer said to her, "Congratulations on being a mama," and she said, "Thank you, but I'm Pops."
You're damn right you are.
I'm Pops.
You're dang right.
So
she's daddy. Hey,
dude, it's
fun. Beautiful family.
Wonderful family.
Beautiful family. So, but congratulations.
He'll probably be. I mean, you think about the
shit kicker,
dude. He'll probably be 6'10". Have a game. He can go inside, outside. He can put the ball on the floor. He can go to his right. He can go to his left. He can post up. He can beat you off the dribble.
Can I ask a question? So, do they get? So you have to have a daddy's sperm.
Yeah.
So like, how do they infuse Brittany's sperm and her?
Brittany's sperm.
How do you make a kid like that though? If she doesn't have a wiener?
Artificial insemination. Don't you know? Have you?
But is that somebody else's?
Time out. Do you know that there's sex doctors out there that have thousands of kids?
Yeah, I know. They ejaculate and they fuck. Yeah, I know. That guy went to jail.
And then
no. Can I ask you this question?
They insert it into the woman who's looking to get pregnant.
Yeah, and it's their kid everywhere, and he's just related to everybody.
They give you the option. These sex doctors are creepy, dude. They give you the option to either artificially inseminate or do natural intercourse, and these sex doctors will have sex with these women who come in,
or
they have thousands of kids.
You know, they'll beat their dick off and then take that and inject these women.
Yes,
and
they're very fertile. So I probably would be too, because I'm very fertile as well.
Mine, I'm not. I've abused my body.
Cam,
but how do they do
your
that?
Sex shop
how do you
would
think
be
they
like,
do that?
Would not be doing very
be
well.
horrible.
The business would not be good.
Would not be
My
booming.
business would be booming.
My business would not be booming. And that's God saying, I don't want you reproducing.
Okay, well.
We're with God.
Somebody messaged me the other day. They want to have a boy. They said, hey, will you please just tell the people how to have a boy?
God.
I'm going to get back to them because there's a way you can do it. I feel like 100%
I
accuracy.
feel like my fucking phone payment pops up every fucking 2 seconds.
Me too.
Are they ripping me off?
I think so.
Now it's fucking double. And I'm like, I just paid it. Why is it? What?
Okay, so listen.
God, I do feel like everybody's right. I'm sorry about the conspiracy theorist stuff, but like I kind of do. And if you really listen to people, man, like they'll explain like, God, the insurance company, I looked at my bill and it's $400 more a month. And they didn't tell you. And you're like, what is this? And you got called, takes forever. And all of a sudden like, oh yeah, we did mess up, blah, blah, blah. Did you really mess up? Are you trying to fuck me over? Mm-hmm. That happens all the time. You really got to be on the ball.
Wait, and what are you talking about?
Okay. Just little things, everyday things. And I know we're all over the place.
With my face caving in, my attention span
know what
is not, I'm not very focused right now.
I don't give a shit. So like my phone payment just popped up again.
Yeah.
This happened a couple of weeks ago. I just looked at my text.
Did you pay it?
I paid it last week.
Yeah.
It's all good.
What's your phone payment cost?
$175.
That's it? Mine's like $350, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're on it every second.
No, I've got like my wife's phone. I've got my daughter's phone.
Well, there you go. I don't. then there you go. So that you're like freaking out, but you have everything on yours.
Sucks, dude.
And they're
Can the new president bring down the cell phone bills? Is that possible?
You bring down everything. It's everything. It's inflation.
Because I'd vote for that guy. If I was running for president,
who do you think that would be?
Say,
the businessman or Kamala? Who do you think that would be? Not to mention, with Trump, he says stupid shit. Fuck yeah, he does. See, hold on. He's so into himself. I get all that. But he is a casino, hotel, fucking businessman. Do you think he wants this country to be fucking government fucking derailed and be consistent with the government and have to rely on the government? No, he wants people to make money. That's going to help him in the end. He's a businessman. That's the best thing you want. You want people to go to casinos and deal because you have extra money.
Yeah.
He wants the American people to have money. All these other places, people maybe they're like, no, we want you to be. The government's going to take care of you. You need to be reliant on us, and that's the big difference, man.
Wasn't there a WWF wrestler named Kamala or Kamala? He wore no feet or bare feet. He had like a hula dress on.
What are you Are you okay?
No, he had like
What'd you do all weekend?
He had a hula dress on, no feet.
You smoke?
Oh, Cam, jeez, I am sick. My face is caving in, dude. So my focus is not there.
Hook you up and not tell me?
Oh, I saw Craig there.
Did Proper hook you up and not tell me?
No. Dude, this is what it is. But there was a WWF wrestler. Somebody will find it and send it to me. His name was Kamala. Who
cares about that,
something like that. So anyway, I was telling a story. So BG, had the baby, and they just had the All-Star game, Cam, where the WNBA All-Stars played against the U.S. Olympic team.
I saw that.
In a game,
I didn't see it.
Which I think is a great way to do it. I mean, people were really into it. It's
kind of cool.
I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
I would love to see the NBA All-Stars play the USA Olympic team.
Oh, yeah.
On the men's side.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine?
Cool. That's cool.
Although, even though they're all All-Stars,
point,
but
that's a good point.
Well, because USA could send probably 3 women's or men's teams.
I just don't care about
over to the
basketball.
Olympics, and they would compete for a medal.
I just don't care about it.
So anyway,
I'm not into it.
So BG obviously has the baby, whatever. But then the All-Stars play each other. So Angel and Caitlin were on the same team.
I'm just not into it anymore.
Okay, hold on. So Caitlin sets the rookie record for assists. She had 10 assists. Only had 4 points in the game. They were really playing her pressure D. Gave her no space whatsoever.
I did see a video of what's the good-looking chick that plays for the other team. And they're
what other team?
What was Caitlin Clark on?
Caitlin Clark was on the WNBA All-Stars.
Okay, the other girl,
USA.
Plum,
yes.
started like
she was
fucking one-on-one with her. Like I'm going hardcore.
Hell
so that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and then Caitlin's like, "What are we doing?"
And Caitlin destroyed her with an unbelievable bounce pass.
But then again,
and then she gave
I know. And
she let all the emotion
out. That's cool,
out.
but it's still not enough for me to really.
Okay, can I just tell the story?
It's all good. My bad.
So, it's like the story I was telling a few minutes ago. That I don't even know if I finished the story.
It's a good story. You're a good storyteller.
10 assists, rookie record. Angel Reese, double-double. But this girl who went to Notre Dame, I believe, Irika, I may be saying the name wrong.
I don't know, Andy.
34 points, 21 in the third quarter, wins the MVP, and they beat the Olympic team. I think that's a bad look for the Olympic team.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't even fucking know. Look, I don't know. It's an all-star game. Although Plum was like going one-on-one hardcore on
Caitlin. Like settle down,
let
Plum.
Caitlin like dunk or
it's
something.
An all-star game.
Let her go off.
Let her just.
It's about her
dribbling on her back. Yeah.
But and then again,
I
don't really care anymore. And I'll tell all y'all this.
How'd you see the BG? How'd you see the BG?
What do you mean? I don't have a phone. It's fucking everywhere. And she's like, I'm like, oh Jesus.
But you don't subscribe to that conspiracy.
That she's got a wiener?
Yeah. I mean, she was in the women's prison in Russia.
Yeah, I don't think she does, but I think she's like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it without getting in trouble.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I think she's a lovely woman. She did embarrass herself a couple years ago by anti-American, and then she deals with that. So she looked kind of dumb.
I think she's been humbled.
But I think she's been humbled, and I think she's been okay.
Dude,
and she's got a kid. I'm not chirping that.
What do you know about that Wall Street Journal? The journalist who just got sentenced to 21 years or whatever, 16 years. What did he do? Is he in espionage?
He might be. I don't know. I don't know enough about him.
Are they going to get him out?
Andy throws all these questions at me when it comes to that. I know what you're talking about. He's in there for 10 years. Who the fuck knows
No,
what he
like
does?
16, I think he got sentenced.
Whatever. Who knows what he's doing? I don't know.
So
if I'm doing journalistic work in Russia, I'm saying no to it. You know, like if
fuck
I'm
that,
trying
I ain't going to do that.
So what are you doing there? Again, I don't know enough. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know, Andy.
So do you think Putin will let him out?
Fuck no.
Do you think Trump has such a good relationship with Putin and
That he would have a more chance of getting the guy out? Yeah.
without having to give out the like arms dealer?
Yeah. The merchant of death. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say yeah. You never know. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Trump is so hardcore that where he doesn't sleep, he could turn into Joe Biden in a year. Like, we don't know.
Oh my!
He could.
Which would be what?
What do you mean? Don't make me be like that. You know what I'm talking about. But he could. You know, when you get to a certain age, like he's got so much going on, but he doesn't drink, he doesn't do anything. That's fine. But he's fine now, and he's certainly a better candidate than Joe.
Okay.
And then Kamala, like, I don't know, she's hated
Look
more
at the
than him.
WWF wrestler Kamala.
Yeah,
there was one
people
from
care
back
about
in the
that.
day.
So,
all right, let's get to Michael Pezzetta. Just a fantastic conversation, man. He's
yeah,
cool.
He's cool, man.
He's
cool.
wild. He's loud.
He's got a
he's
good
in
thing
Montreal. He's going to be a UFA after this coming season.
He's got a good thing going, and he's doing the right thing. And he even asking about getting pucks out of the zone. Just get the puck out of the zone, dude. You're doing everything else. You hit consistently. You fight. You stick up for the guys. He does need to work on his fighting a little bit.
Yes.
Like,
well, that's okay.
I know,
dude.
That's why I asked him
he's
if
not
he's
running
doing
around
shit.
like he's like a heavyweight trying to fight everybody. He hits and they react to his hits.
Exactly.
What'd you think of what he said about Reaver?
Hold on, time out. Oh, hold on. But don't get caught with one though, Andy. My point is when I say that he needs to work on his fights, it's like, know that if you do keep hitting, no one's gonna fucking grab you and catch you with one to put you downtown, fucking Chinatown. Now you're set back.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking about hitting guys now because you don't want to get caught like that again.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
He has a good message on a couple of occasions. You know, he was a big time first round pick to the OHL.
Well, I said, hey, what are you doing for? We saw big Georgie LaRock talking.
Hell yeah.
I go, you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm working with him too. I go, there it is. That's all I'm asking.
Georgie.
Keep fucking working
Remember
on your
when
punch.
Georgie had COVID?
He was one of the first ones. Big Georgie had COVID.
In Montreal.
No, it was Tom Hanks first. And we're all like, oh, Hanks, he's got it. Ah. Then Big Georgie.
How's he doing?
How's he doing? And we're all freaked out. I was freaked out. I remember it got me at the beginning. Man, I remember fucking chirping people left and right like that were out and about doing things in Missouri. People I knew on the radio. The guy that went to the prom with his daughter bashed him on the radio.
Oh my God.
I bashed him.
I know. I was at Channel 4 News, the CBS affiliate, when that
so
came
mean
down.
To that guy, and I look back and I'm like, oh God. But on the
you
other
feel
hand,
terrible.
like at that time, everybody was freaked out. My brother told me about COVID in fucking September of 19. He told me everything about it. No one ever.
How did he know about it?
Because he's fucking.
Is he working the CIA or something?
No, he just reads and understands and puts things together. And he's crazy.
He's the only one that read it?
It's the only person I've ever talked to months and months.
No one on any of the news stations? The political stations?
Nobody.
Okay, so Reaver, he talks about Reaver like he was a young kid, rookie. First fight ever in the NHL was against Reaver. First fight ever.
Yeah, it's not good.
And Reaver like posted something on Instagram about it.
Yep.
Like kind of rubbing it in his face.
And he was not happy about that. And I get that too. See, I never had to deal with that. But if I'm him, like if Reaver fights Willie or Reaver fights Olivier or Delorier and he pumps them, where guys are established, they're around.
Put it on Instagram.
They're big boys. Put it on Instagram, do your thing. But this kid, he just gets called up.
Yeah.
He's still trying to find what he wants to do. He's penalty killing. He's doing his stuff.
Yeah. And
you post it. If I'm him, I'm like, screw you too.
Yeah, maybe. So anyway, great conversation with Michael Pezzetta. So let's get to it, eh? Episode 300. Looking forward to it. Hat Launch, baby, brings us this interview.
And that's Hat Launch.
Yeah, that's Hat Launch right there.
You're damn right. That's Hat Launch. And I got another Hat Launch right here, which they made this hat. And I'm like, which one do I look better in? This one or that one? I'm like, man. I'm like, fuck, I'm going America through and through, baby. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Hat Launch is America's #1 source for customized hats. So all y'all out there looking for a new hat, you want a hat for your business or a hat for your fantasy football team or a hat for your baseball team, hockey team?
Baseball, hockey, ballot, it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
I mean,
business.
All your kids are doing so many different things.
You have a
Birthday
restaurant
party.
and you want to sell hats at the front of the restaurant,
Yeah.
or a bar, you want to sell some merchandise at the front, or you're a band and you want to have merchandise at the show coming up.
I like
so
that.
people can buy hats.
They make more money doing that sometimes, and because they get ripped off fucking playing. So they need all this merchandise.
Yeah.
And Hat Launch could hook all you guys up. All these, I like to talk to, you know what, Andy? I would like to talk to some young bands, like come in here and just like, what do you guys, how are you grinding it right now? I'm curious on how to be a rock star. You know, how'd you go?
How do you become one?
Because you're going in this shitty, you rent out these shitty little fucking buses. You got 10 swinging dicks with all this fucking gear, and you're going to these little dink hole fucking towns. Boom, 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 boom. And you're taking showers and rest stops for years, Andy, until you get that hit. And even when you get that hit, you're getting ripped off by all the managers and all that stuff. Yeah, dude, it's hardcore.
Okay.
Were you listening to anything I just said? No, you weren't. You were looking at your phone.
No, it is hardcore.
I am interested in talking to some rock
listen,
stars.
100%.
I swear to God.
100%.
Even if they're not gigantic.
I'm actually going to a concert in a week or so. I'm looking forward to it. Not even a week. What's the date today? Yeah, a little over a week.
What is it?
Fish.
Do you go to any other ones besides them?
Yeah.
I'll go there. You're going to invite me?
Well, I got to get you a ticket.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Who are you going with?
Well, big crew of people. I always go.
And you didn't invite me? Well, you know I'd go to that.
Would you go?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe we'll figure it out.
Head by proper?
Huh?
Head by proper, then go there?
Stop by proper.
Head by proper, stop by proper?
Yeah, head by proper.
It's on the way.
So Hat Launch, man, hatlaunch.com. Check that out. They got shirtlaunch.
Check this bad boy out, too, by the way. Yeah. I think it's Shane Churla.
You know what I think
old
of?
School Mike Madonna. You know what I think Neil Broughton.
Neil Broughton, that's what I was going to say. Why are you trying to steal? Let me answer it.
Sorry.
Neil Broughton, probably.
Remember, okay, who was...
Kurt Giles.
No, Kurt Giles. Brian Bellows.
Oh, hell yeah.
When Kevin Stevens...
You know who? I'm going to throw another one out there.
Hold on. If you guys want to look this up on YouTube, when Brian Bellows, it was in the playoffs, and Kevin Stevens was playing for Pittsburgh Penguins in 91, and Bellows embellished a fucking cross-check, and they gave somebody on Pittsburgh a 5-minute major, and god dang, Kevin Stevens was on the bench chirping Bellows. It's so... You'll
really?
know.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
All kinds of stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then, remember, who was the old school guy, too? Trottier.
Yeah.
He's like, you tit fucker.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that as a young kid, and I'm like, this is
That's what you call him.
You fucking tit fucker. Oh, you're real tough. Oh, yeah, you're real tough.
Hey.
You pussy. Oh, my. Well,
hey,
now,
you know who else?
Now you get booed. You got to look that video. We might have to play that video.
You know who else I think of?
Who?
Basil McRae.
Andy, good call on that.
Thank you.
Good call on that. Yep.
Who do you think of when you see this? Who do you think of when you see the old school?
Who else? Man?
Minnesota North Stars.
There's some dudes. Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes.
You know. Damn right. I like the Dallas Stars too, though.
So do I.
I like that team.
Congratulations on your wedding. Cam and I will be out at the pro skate for Philip McRae.
Philippe.
Coming up this Wednesday. If you guys want to come on out.
I'm skating with the Alumni first. Andy's not going to do it.
Why am I?
I'm going to skate at 420 with the Alumni. Probably dominate. And then we're going to chill. Probably have a Bloody Mary in the locker room.
Have you been scoring goals?
Yes, I have.
Have you? Okay.
They were pissed I didn't show up today. Because I bring the energy.
Has Andy Mack been out there?
No. I bring the energy. I pump up everybody, Andy. Even when the other team scores, when we're playing against the other team, because I kind of stack the teams a little bit, which is fine. Which
we shouldn't do. That's a bullshit.
Yeah, well, this is how it's embedded into the Alumni.
That's why no one wants to play with you.
We got Billy DeWitt the third coming out from the Cardinals. I got to have him be in a good situation. Yeah. So, no.
Okay, well, that's not stacking.
No, but I had to have Jack Combs.
Not stacking.
And
you don't have to have Jack
on your team. Ramage had needed to come out, and they're on my team, and that's fine. And we'll even it up as much as we can. But anytime the other team scores, I always say, damn good goal. Always pump their tires up. No one else does that, by the way. I do that.
Okay.
Balances it out, baby.
Are you getting, I got plastered over the weekend, Cam.
I want a pool.
Shilly plastering. Get plastered with Shilly plastering. Talk about Ryan, Shilly, and everybody over there, man. Listen, I want a pool. I used to not want one. Now I want one really bad.
I know. I was at my neighbor's house the other day, and they're showing me what they were going to do to their house. And they paid like $1,000 to have all this drawn out for them. And the room that they have, and they have like you have to be 50 feet away from the course. So they have to like really kind of like toe the line on it. But they're putting in a pool and it's going to be beautiful. And they're like, we're thinking about having like another, making a lake house or something.
Yeah.
Like, no, we have everything here. Let's put a pool in and let's devote everything to our house so we don't have to leave.
Okay.
That's exactly what they're doing. And so anyway,
Okay.
I'm jealous of shit.
They got a whole team of professionals and craftsmen, man. They show up when they say they're going to show up, and they clean up. So when they leave, it's not a big mess,
God, yeah,
when the project isn't finished. Yep. Third generation company. They've been around since 1950. What does that tell you?
Means that they're consistent and they're reliable.
They plaster commercial pools, residential pools, as well as home plastering.
And Dave Shilley, I'm gonna give you a little shout out too, by the way.
That's his dad.
His daddy coached me in AAA, man. Was awesome.
Head coach.
Head coach, you damn right.
Really?
He was awesome. And we were.
Was it Chesterfield or AAA?
AAA, baby. We're going up the Michigan National Hockey League, playing against CompuWare and all that. And Dave, we won some big games.
It wasn't the Michigan National Hockey League.
You want to bet on it?
Is that what it was called?
Yes.
Like the NHL?
The Michigan National Hockey League.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in AAA.
Wow.
Yeah, it was called Okay. And so we played CompuWare, Bell Tire, Little Caesars, all that stuff. And he was my coach, and he was awesome. And we weren't that good, but we went up there and played hard, Andy.
That's all that matters, man.
I know you don't care about that.
No,
but that's
no.
You should. Because
that's all that matters.
And
Ty's
gonna be doing that too.
All these kids playing AAA right now, it wouldn't be possible.
He helped out
without
and coached.
Without the original.
When Ty's going to play AAA, you're going to be going up there and fucking playing CompuWare too, just like we did, but you're going to be a lot better because of guys like him, just so you know.
That's right. Dude, I always pay tribute to the past.
Well, pay attention when I'm talking about
I'm saying it right now. You can say what's up to him.
I just did. What's up, Davey boy? What's up, baby?
And Ryan.
We love you guys, man. We do.
And Marcy.
Marcy, hey, how you doing?
Everybody.
80 degrees here, man. I'm getting a pool right now.
I want a pool. Would you have a above ground pool?
No, I wouldn't be able to.
A lot of people do.
Nah, you would not. They
are the only authorized PebbleTech applicator in the Midwest, too, by the way.
I would if I could. My parents, I want my dad to get one. Just above ground. Damn right.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
You're like, I want one, but you put it in your yard.
No, but we wouldn't be allowed to.
Okay.
The subdivision HOA rules would be like, no.
Hey, Proper Cannabis, man. I saw Craig Parker. I saw his mom. Great people over at the Kachuk
they're hooking
party.
You up and
please. You know what? If I'm getting hooked up, you're getting hooked up because I always take care of you. Always. Promo code CAMMONSTRICT20, by the way, saves you 20%. They've got a new location in Kirkwood, if you're here in the St. Louis area. Yeah. There's a drive-through there. It's a beautiful location.
Awesome, by the way.
It's an incredible location. Proper Cannabis, man. They've got so many different things for you.
If you can't sleep, man, take those nights.
What are they called?
Night. And they will put you downtown Chinatown, which is fine. And he's like, no, they won't. No, they will. And when you get up, you don't feel like shit. Just like if you take like a Benadryl or you take NyQuil, you're going to feel like dog shit the next day. These don't do that. Check it out.
Yeah.
Little things like that. Construction workers, man, you get off work, man, you're just fucking, you're so wound up and stuff like that. Take one, chill out, watch a movie. You'll go to sleep and feel damn good.
So the new flagship store right there in Kirkwood is at Lindbergh and Manchester. You just can't miss it.
It's easy.
So Missouri-based vertical cannabis company comprised of Proper Cannabis, Honeybee Edibles, Cam. You like those edibles?
Damn right.
When do you think is a good time to use the edibles?
Before a podcast.
Okay. That's when you like to eat them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, no, whenever you're chilled out, sometimes if you get sativa, you could take it working in the yard, man.
It's called Good Night, not Night.
Oh, it puts you night, though.
They got the Ratio, the New Growth Horizon Charitable Foundation. They do some great work, Cam, supporting a lot of people.
Good.
Okay. So they have the vision to lead and inspire the community through the power of cannabis.
Damn right.
Talk about the power of cannabis.
Well, there's a lot of guys that have been addicted to a lot of things, and now they just take cannabis here and there, and they feel a lot better.
Unparalleled customer service.
Yeah.
Proper Cannabis. Use our promo code CAMMONSTRICT20. It's going to save you 20%.
Yeah, baby.
We got to get Brody to put up the hit of the week. Brought to you by Proper Cannabis.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do you have any good hits or?
No. Oh, I got one on Andy. Maybe I'll put that one up.
Oh, my God.
The one where Bobby.
Don't you dare.
How about we do the Bobby one? Where Bobby hits Andy at that event.
That was an all-star game.
There's an all-star game where Andy gets invited to for some odd reason.
Years ago.
Year 2003. And Bobby Plager was playing, and I told the story before. He hit Andy with a perfect hip check. Andy's like, I don't know where the puck is. It's right in his skates like a jackass. And Bobby goes, blop. And then he goes, goosh. And he gets up like, and he just looks at Bobby. Bobby stands over him like, get out of here.
Get out of here.
And he's like, what happened? Oh, my God. It makes me cry when I see it. I love it so much. Makes me happy. Now, if I had the video of Chaser hitting Andy right before the Winter Classic.
That's 2 games. With him being a repeat offender, he probably gets 4.
It was way worse than mine.
Probably gets 4 or 5.
He hit you hard.
Dude, elbow to the head. All you guys are cheap.
Chaser pissed me off that day, too.
Look at this.
So you know.
Well, who wanted to fight him?
Remember?
Who showed some real...
You were out of it, and you're like, I need to do something. And you're like, I'll take on anybody. And
I tried to fight. I wanted to fight you, too.
I go, and I had to calm you. I wanted you to hit me.
Yeah, I know you did.
Just do it. Just do it. And I would have let you do it.
Would you have eaten it?
Like Bob. And I would have just been like, okay, we're good.
Do you think it would hurt?
No.
You don't think?
I think if you caught me off guard right now, as hard as you could,
would hurt, dude.
You could knock me out, because I can't say that you can't, because you just never know.
Anybody can knock out anybody.
But you'd have
I've seen it on Twitter.
You would have to hit me so clean, dude.
How clean?
And if I was waiting for it, you ain't doing it. But if you hit me from behind, like if I'm walking this way, like the gangsters do down in New York back in the day, the knockout game, where they come behind people, like old Asian women, and knock them out.
Can you believe the Asian hate?
Yeah, there's a lot of Asian Jew. There's a lot of hate.
Just because of the
people hate white people. People hate everybody.
Wuhan.
Well, that sucked. In China.
Well, don't blame every Asian.
No. But no, not the Chinese. The Chinese that are here are like, get me the fuck away from him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they fucked up. And no one's talking about that. No one's talking about Epstein. No one's talking about okay. Don't rile me up and then,
Look at this. Look at this shirt from Bench Clears right here.
Yeah, right there, baby. Right there.
So when it's hot as shit out and you want to rep your favorite hockey team and you can't do it because it's too damn hot to wear a jersey, you get one of these.
Damn right. That's it.
Look, we got the old school Hartford Whalers.
St. Louis Blues out here.
They got every team. Yoink right here too. This is from Hat Lock.
Yeah, baby.
This is Bench Clears, and they got every team, every American League team, every NHL team, fully licensed by the NHL.
All that stuff.
So you wear this to the beach, dude.
You got shorts with it and all that.
Oh yeah. I've been wearing the shorts around the house, dude. Love it. Very comfortable.
Small.
With the shorts? Are they size small?
Yeah.
Medium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Women's medium.
Hey, they got don't knock the women. They got women's sizes too.
I'm not knocking them. I'm asking what you're wearing.
Get one of these, baby. Bench Clears. Use the promo code Cam and Strick. That'll save you 20%. There's another promo code you can use, BOGO50, which is buy one get one 50% off. So if you want to get multiple, you can use that promo code too.
Use both.
But send us a picture of it so they know that like we sent you.
Exactly. It helps. But
you should. We did a video the other day for Bench Clears, an advertising video, and
I looked.
Anushka, say hi to Anushka.
Hey, Anushka. What's
up,
girl?
Say hey, girl.
Listen, I looked very tubby in that, and I admit it. Andy looked jacked.
I did.
I always chirp Andy for stuff, but we sent that video, and I was like slouched down, like and my gut was hanging out. And I'm like, I didn't make the product look good.
No.
I
hurt
the brand.
I had this one on.
You look damn good.
I had a blues dark one on.
You look damn good.
So the sales for the home jersey were way more than
I was wearing
the white jersey. No one's buying that one because of that.
Sorry about that
video.
My bad. I've been skating.
Say hi to Anushka.
Anushka, what's up, girl? I've been skating. I'm gonna tighten up and I'm gonna look jacked in one of these bad boys.
Yeah.
This one was a little too small. If I were the Devils one, I'd look pretty good in it.
Well, because you tried to like change the size.
I tried to change the size, which is stupid.
Don't be doing that.
I'm too heavy.
Is that what it is?
Well, yeah. I'm still heavy.
Okay.
I've been skating though.
So get that bench clear. Get it today though, and I want to see some pictures of it. And if you show us a picture of your order, we'll send you an autographed puck that I will sign for you.
I mean, or I will with a Blues puck or something like that.
Oh, we're going out Wednesday for Phillip. We're going to be mic'd, and we're coaching. Each of us are coaching a team for the pro skate. I think we may have to have a draft.
Okay.
Because I need to make sure my guys are on my team.
I'd do that.
Okay.
I need to have a partner though because I don't really know a couple of the guys.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't need a partner. Maybe Ty will hang out with you
I'll do that
on your bench or something. Just be ready to entertain the people.
Yeah,
okay?
I'll be there from 3 o'clock.
Okay, just be ready to entertain them.
Yeah, Andy, I know what to do. Okay. Jesus Christ,
you know what to do?
You worry about you.
Do you really know what to do?
They're like, who's coaching the other team? Like, it's all good.
First Farm.
We got it all. These? I just got my order in, baby.
Did you?
I just gave my dad a couple shirts too. The one that says First Form
USA.
STL.
STL,
yeah. I got this hat too.
That's from Hat Launch.
Well, it's from First Form and Hat Launch.
I know. They come together.
They come together. It's unbelievable. That's why we love
Isn't that amazing?
It's the coolest thing in the world. But look at this bad boy right here.
Hey,
USA, baby.
With my sickness yesterday, I started pounding level 1 protein shakes.
Yeah. That'll help you.
And I put it on a blender, and I put a bar in there. And is that bad to do?
Nah.
I put a bar in and a little bit of like almond butter too.
Milk?
Yeah, almond milk. Or no, oat milk.
Oat milk. Good God. Jesus Christ.
You should use like a different like milk alternative. Do you know that I was reading that we're like the only species that drinks milk past infancy.
Dude, what
and it
the
comes
fuck
from
are you talking
And it comes
about?
from a different animal. We're the only species that drinks milk past infancy. Do you know that?
No. Maybe. I don't know. Who cares?
I'm just asking if you knew that.
People drink goat milk to cow milk to what the fuck ever. I like how you just bring up these stupid ass fucking like pseudo facts.
Speaking to the mic.
Well, what are you talking about?
I just told you. We're the only species that drinks milk past infancy.
Yeah.
Name another one.
Who cares about the other ones? We're the smartest. We're better than all of them. We're like 50,000 times smarter than any other species. And so who gives a
smarter
fuck
than the orca?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are. Although some people probably aren't.
Smarter than a golden doodle?
Yeah. The ones that run out on the highway? Yeah.
Oh, God.
Come on.
I haven't seen that.
Well, fuck.
On the highway?
Dogs will run out in the fucking street and get hit by cars, dude. Like, come on.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. That's our link. Order everything from that link.
Let's go.
You Microfactor, all the pills, the the vitamins, I should say, not the pills. Everything you need.
The vitamins.
Yeah, the vitamins that you get from Firstform or firstform.com. Everything, man. Get your lifestyle going. Feel good about yourself.
Dude, that's...
Get energy.
Collagen, man. Make your face and fucking nails and your hair look better.
Yeah.
Although mine has long ways to go.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of the pills, though, Illinois Recovery Center. The pills have an epidemic, man.
I'm golfing with Chrissy.
Oh, good.
Me, Chrissy, and Eric Conley are golfing in August about a kid, hockey player, that overdosed 6 years ago.
And I'm not...
No, you're not.
I'm not going on that golf trip.
I didn't even look at my schedule. He goes, yo, you want to... He told me about today. I go, fuck yeah. I go, let's go, baby.
Dude, how am I not going on that golf trip?
Because, man, we're already set up. You don't need to go. Good God. It's all good.
I could probably talk to this kid, too.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, well, who's going? You said you said somebody, and then Chrissy, Eric,
passed away.
Yeah,
from an overdose. He was a hockey player.
Oh man!
And so there's a charity golf tournament for him.
Oh, it's a charity.
And right when he asked me, I go, God damn right. I will.
Well, you better go.
Well, I am going. And you, of all that, you're like, think about me. Why aren't I there? It doesn't matter.
That's not why. But that's great they're doing a charity for him, and it's a terrible story at the same time.
Yeah, I know. It's god-awful. It's god-awful.
But this is what they do, and this is what you get with Illinois Recovery Center, man. These people are the best people
at Swansea, Illinois,
you will ever come across.
They are. And we got guys from all over the place that go out of their way to trek down from Michigan to Minnesota to Canada to all over the place that want to go see Eric and Chrissy because they know, they've heard us talk about them.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck, they're real. And I go, yeah, I'm telling you. I know them personally.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like we know them.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that know them in this town. That's why he's got an unbelievable reputation. That's why they got this thing going, man. And they help out as much as they can. And you got to help yourself, too. It's not just about them.
Yeah.
Like, you got to go there and help your fucking self, too.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, what's going on here? No, it's going to be tough. But you got to deal with it, man.
Yeah.
But they're going to be right there for you, and they actually care about you.
No question.
Anyway.
Illinois Recovery Center out there in Swansea, Illinois. Check that out. If you want to get in touch with Eric or Chrissy or anybody, reach out to us. We can certainly help you do that.
Yeah. And check out the phone number too.
Oh, to leave us a message?
The phone number that we just tweeted out.
Yeah,
that you can call
the
us.
voice,
and now we're
the
all,
voicemail greeting.
Yeah, it's our phone number.
Yeah.
Call
us, dude, on there.
With whatever.
314-312-3708. Let us know what's up. Give us your opinion. On anything.
About anything.
You could just be heading home in the Uber and just be like, hey,
What's
guys,
up,
wanted to say hi.
What up, baby? I like that hat. Or fuck.
Yeah.
Or Andy's hats look too big on him.
Yeah.
You know.
Cam's shirts look too small on him.
Or that. Cam's putting on weight. Cam's face looks fat.
Cam at Bellman, you get no.
Swinging dicks. None of that bullshit. And even talk about that, you can call in and be like, no, it's at Bellman.
Yeah.
There's no swinging dicks.
No swinging dicks. What is there?
Weirdo fucking swinging.
What is there? Sushi and flavored water. They have that for you. And they get the best customer service you'll find anywhere. Buick GMC on one side of the street, on the other side, Cam. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Yeah, you got all kinds of options, man. All kinds of options. Fat ass Dodge Ram too. I'd get one of them bad boys. I get that GMC Denali truck, 4-door.
They have a huge selection, Cam, right now of hardworking trucks, luxurious and rock crawling SUVs, as well as high MPG crossovers.
Yeah.
What would you rather have? The rock crawling SUV, the luxurious rock crawling SUV,
is it what?
Hardworking truck, or high MPG crossover? They have all of it. What are you looking at?
I like trucks, man.
Ram and GMC trucks, they have that. Personal all the way up to commercial.
I like trucks.
You can get commercial trucks too.
Yeah.
Legendary Jeep Grand Cherokees and Wranglers.
Grand Cherokees are really cool.
Family haulers like Buick Enclave and GMC Acadia. I was driving a GMC Acadia recently when I rented a car, man. Awesome
Yeah, they're
car.
nice.
Fun crossover like Buick Encore GX and Jeep Renegade. They got so much stuff, dude. So check that out. Bellman and Bellman.com. Say hi to Danny Boy.
Danny, Dale, Kenny. Fucks up.
All y'all.
All y'all.
You didn't like flip them off, did you?
Man.
No.
Devil horns. Ronnie James Dio. If you know, you know. You know.
All right, let's get to Michael Pezzetta.
Okay.
Great dude, man. Montreal Canadiens, up and coming. We want to get him on and see what's up. And he joins us now on this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast.
Yeah, baby.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview.
You cut it off?
But you cut it off for charity, didn't you?
Going. Yeah, I cut it at the end of the year and I donated it.
Man, donate that to me, dude. Never mind charity. I got a goddamn cul-de-sac.
My dad and brother need it too, don't worry.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
So you're the guy that had the full set of hair in the family. Good for you, man.
Yeah, I'm holding on to the rest of it for everybody.
Is your brother older or younger?
He's older than me. 3 years older.
All right, that's at least okay. That's a little better.
Hey,
if he's younger and he's losing it, that would be a tough sell. What were you gonna say?
No, we're just hit go, dude.
Oh, we just have conversation. Are you back from Europe?
Yeah, I just got back on Saturday night.
You have jet lag?
Honestly, not too bad. It was a long trip, but it was a ton of fun.
What were you doing? Were you training?
Where'd you go, dude?
I went to Croatia. One of my buddies, his parents had a place there, so we planned this trip for a while. Finally made its way out of the group chat, so we went over there, had some fun. That was good.
So what do you do in Croatia? Like, I know there's beautiful castles. You're on the Mediterranean still, right?
Beautiful water there.
Looking over at Italy,
Adriatic Sea. So we were just outside Dubrovnik. You guys watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, damn right.
King's Landing, like that's filmed in Dubrovnik. So we were on like an island, like just in front of there. So like we went there for a couple nights, went out, and then you can kind of like buzz around on the water. And it's all like just a chain of islands, pretty much straight up the coastline. So
when you saw that castle, when you saw Game of Thrones, you're like, damn, we're going to see that. We're going to see King's Landing. And then you look at it, you're like, no, that was all AI. It was just the front part where it kind of like the walking steps up to it, and there's nothing really.
Yeah, like it kind of looks like it, but kind of not. And you're just like, like you can see where it came from. But yeah, there's definitely a boatload of AI in there.
So they changed it? So it doesn't, that would be a letdown.
No, they do that with every movie, dude.
Well, what do you mean?
What I mean is they'll have like a nice setup where maybe there's like a big wall, but then they'll AI the castle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is that a new thing? Has that always been the case?
No, I feel like it's probably always like that. Like in your head, you're like, it's not like that. But then when you see it, you're like, oh shit, like that. Just none of that's there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I get that. So now you're back training. Like, what are you doing when you're back? Where do you live during the summer? Are you in Montreal or are you back home?
No, back home in Toronto. So Toronto's home for me. So I usually come back here and then I'll pop into Montreal. Normally I like to go like middle of summer for a couple weeks, but this year I'm just gonna go back early August, and then just start training there.
Do people recognize you in Toronto? They're like, you're the guy that beats everybody up. You're fighting everybody. You're hitting everybody. Are they nice to you in Toronto?
Yeah, I mean, there's Habs fans everywhere, so I feel like I mean, obviously, like I play a certain role, like you're on the fourth line, so you're not like it's like you're crazy famous, but it's like so people just like say, hey, like you're that guy, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's me, and then they kind of leave you alone. Like if you're Nick or Cole or one of those guys, they're probably coming up to you and they're going to bug you for the next 20 minutes, but you know how it is part of the job, and it's just it's funny, and it's one day no one's going to care about you, so it's still nice to get recognized here and there.
They're like, you're the guy who looks like a psychopath in the penalty box.
Yeah,
the crazy guy. What is that facial expression, man? You get into it. Like when you're are you fighting angry? Like, do you need a few minutes to cool down afterwards?
Yeah, that one was a little angry because I already fought earlier in the game, so I didn't really want to fight, and then I just like thought I made a clean hit, and I turned around, and then he was wanting to fight, and I was just like, oh sure, like whatever, but I was just, you know how it is, like sometimes you're just a little angry in some of them. You try to be calm because at least then you can kind of be more focused and like understand what's going on, but it's hard to stay calm.
Hey, are you taking lessons? I mean, because do you throw lefts? And do you look at your fights and watch them and be like, damn, I could have done something different here. I should have stayed with my feet here. Reaver grabbed me earlier on this fight. Like, are you taking lessons? Are you watching your fights and kind of going over them?
Yeah, so like boxing in the summer here in Toronto. So there's a guy I work with, Jorge, but it's called the Spaniard. So I work with him. I know a bunch of guys like around the Toronto area work with him for in terms of boxing, and then like actual like on ice stuff. Like I worked with George Rock a little bit in the last couple of years. But yeah, I kind of like you go over every fight and you see like what you did wrong, and a lot of times for me it's just like timing. Like I'll go buzz around for a shift. I'm out there for like a minute running around, and then like some guys like, hey, want to go, and I'm just like, yep, let's go, and it's just like that's not the best idea, and I just like every time I tell myself not to do that, I just like keep doing it, and then other guys like they're doing that, and I ask them to fight, and they're like, no, like I need to catch my breath, and you're like, shit, well, I'm not doing this for guys, and just the way it is sometimes, you know. I think for me it's more like calming myself down in a fight and kind of like taking control more as opposed to just jumping into everything and guns blazing, you know.
Yep.
But Michael, do you hate it? Like you go and you line somebody up, it's a big hit, and then all of a sudden like all chaos and hell breaks loose, and you're like, I'm just trying to play. I just hit a guy, it's a clean hit. Now you got to fight. Is that just come with it, man? Like you just got to expect it, or does that sometimes get a little bit annoying?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely annoying sometimes because you're like, hey, I just like laid this guy out, like nothing wrong about it. It was like right in the chest. He jumps right back up, and you're like, nothing happened here, you know. Like it's a clean hockey hit, same as like sometimes like you're gonna get hit, whatever. So it's frustrating at times when you're just like, hey, like I kind of want to play a little bit of hockey tonight, you know. But I kind of understand where it's coming from. Guys are trying to step in there for their teammates and show that they'll do anything to protect them. So like I said, I got no problem jumping in there and kind of giving that guy a fight if he needs one too, and he's trying to stand up for his teammate, you know.
Dude, fuck them. Think about it. You're lining guys up clean. You put them on their ass. Then a guy's like, oh, I got to fight you. And they're like, okay, he gets a fucking instigator. You piss pump him. Now you don't get a penalty. And now you're on the power play after a big hit. So, like, you just did your team a big favor. So fuck them if they want to come fight you every time.
Yeah, and that's good now. Like with the instigator, like they're just giving those out like automatic too, right? So it's like even if it's nothing and you wait like 2 minutes, not 2 minutes, but like it happens like 20 seconds later, like they're still giving those guys instigators. So that's kind of a huge bonus. But on the flip side, it's tough too because like, I mean, you know how it is. Like sometimes you're sitting on the bench, you're like something happens, you're like, oh, I need to do something, but now you're like, do something because now we're going to take a 2. What if it's like a 2-1 game, third period? You're like, do I jump this guy? Do I not? Because now you know you're getting that penalty automatic. There's no like 50-50. It's like you're getting a penalty. So now it's you gotta think a little bit more. You can't just
challenge them. You don't even have to jump. Like if they jump, just challenge them. And if he doesn't do it, like okay, and then skate away. At least you challenge them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
without getting a penalty.
Hey, how's George Laroque? Like when you're training with him, I saw a video recently of him doing some stuff with Matt Rempe too. So obviously he's doing stuff with other guys. His jersey's a little small. He needs like someone's got to give him like a bigger jersey.
Oh, I'm telling you,
Georgie Laroque, man, he was
look,
great when he came on with us.
He's
Didn't
awesome.
the jersey look a little tight on him?
Yeah,
but
dude.
like, what's he teaching you? Like, I mean, is he like really like hardcore, like high level, like insight in terms of how to handle yourself, or what?
Yeah, I think he just fills the jersey out. I don't know. It's like probably a big jersey, but he's a big boy. Like he just teaches you like just different techniques. You know, I mean, he obviously has a lot of career fights, and he's willing to speak to the guys. So it's good to just kind of pick a guy's brain like that, and then he'll just teach you different things. And then he likes getting the pads out on the ice, which is, I mean, you go and you do boxing at home, and it's like one thing. You're on your feet. It's so different. You get on skates, it's a completely different animal, right? So to do the pads on the ice is actually a good idea, and it's just, I mean, it's different footwork, you know, different balance and posture and everything. So he does a good job with that. And then just kind of explaining different ways to grab guys and kind of how to think about the fight. So he does a good job with that.
So is he like, okay, here's what you need to do, Mike. You need to grab him and take your 270 pound strength and rag down real quick and then uppercut him with your lefts. Like, no, I can't do that. You're 270. You know, like, I didn't see him
funny,
lose
like,
many.
There's a couple times where he's like talking. He's like, oh, like he's like, I would just grab a guy, and he's like, if I could get my arm on top of him, he's like, I would just sit on him, and he's like, this guy's just holding me up, so he's getting exhausted from holding me up because I'm like 270 pounds. It's like, I don't know if I have that in my toolbox, but no, he's good, and he's a nice guy. Like helps out the guys, so that's good.
Does he charge you? Like what's the going rate?
No, he hasn't. He's just come in, but now if he's working with too many guys, we're all gonna be doing the same things against each other. It's like,
come on, Georgie.
He's
you might have to start OT, exactly. He's gonna have all you guys like paying him like $40,000 a year to like just watch all your shifts and and all your videos. But he was cool when he came on with us, man. It was like right in the height of COVID. Like he got COVID. He was like doing like workouts in the hospital. They didn't know, like, they're like, wow, this is like the most interesting case ever. Like he's able to actually like move when he had COVID. But he told us like he didn't like fighting. Like he kind of hated it. Like, do you enjoy it, or is it something you feel like, hey man, it's part of the deal. I got to do it if I want to stick around.
For me, I think it's just like a competitiveness, you know, like I go out there, I play the game hard, and it's just like whatever happens, you know. And I think when you got two guys, like a lot of testosterone just competing, it's just, that's something that comes of it sometimes, you know. So I wouldn't say like I'm out there just loving fighting, like wanting to fight everybody, but it's like when I get competitive, it's like I'm not standing down to you. I don't care like what's gonna happen. It's like that's what you want to do. It's like we're doing it, you know.
So what about Marty St. Louis? Sometimes is he like, hey, calm down, sit down. No, don't worry about it. Just go play, go hit guys. Don't worry about that shit. Or sometimes he's like, hey man, we need something. Let's go. And he gives you that little tap. Like, how does he explain things?
Yeah, he's honestly super good with that stuff. Like he's never sat there and been like, hey, like I need you to go fight or this or that. It's just like sometimes obviously as a fourth line, it's like, hey, we need an energy shift, you know, from the boys. You guys got to get out there, have a good hard shift for us. But I think he's never been someone that's told me to fight or anything like that. And I respect him for that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk fighting the whole time. We got to get to your shootout moves and like your sick goals you score. But did you fight a lot in junior? Like, was that something you always had? Was that always a part of your game, or did you like learn to, you know, as your career, you know, evolved?
It just kind of happened. Like I've always played a similar way, like just hard hockey, and like to finish my hits. So I think the fights have just always come from that. After my second year in junior, they put in that 3-fight rule. So it's not like I might have left junior probably less than 20 fights over 4 years. So it's not like I was fighting a lot. Like I would fight sometimes, but especially by my fourth year, like there wasn't really many guys that would fight anymore in junior. So coming into pros, like probably when it started more, especially you're playing limited minutes, you're just trying to make an impact. And then obviously now I'm pro, like when you're making these big hits, guys are willing to step in there and start fighting. So that's kind of when I started fighting more.
So like when you deal with the media in Montreal, when some people are talking to you in French and some people are talking to you in English, like maybe sometimes they're talking to you in French and you're like, I don't know what the fuck he said. And are you just like maybe like just like making up the answer to that, or is it like pretty clear on what they're asking you, even after like a dramatic game or whatnot?
Yeah, no, they're good. Like obviously, being an English speaker, they're gonna everything they ask you is English, so you never really have a problem with that. No, they've always been awesome. I know it's obviously a lot of pressure and there's a lot of eyes on you and a lot of different like media outlets that cover the team. So that's always a little crazy. But no, in terms of like interview questions, stuff like that, they're always good. But I will say it's good sometimes when you're watching on TV if you don't understand, because they could be shredding you on the TV and you're like, I got no idea what they're saying. So don't even have to bother following along. Whereas like, let's just say if you're in Toronto with that same kind of media coverage, you can't get away from it. So for us, it's good. You kind of don't pay attention as much because you can't really understand what's going on.
Michael, you should learn French. I mean, you should come back to training camp and be like, I'm only doing French-speaking interviews, and just throw them off. I'm just like, sorry guys, I'm just doing the French media today.
Yeah, I've tried over the years, like, and I still like take lessons whenever I got some extra time. But it's tough, you know. And then you come home for the summer, you're speaking English all summer, and then you go back and like I can understand it and I can speak it a little bit, but I wouldn't be able to like do an interview or anything like that. But that would be funny.
It's got to be fun to play in Montreal at your age, though, man. Like, I mean, just cruising around. You're a young kid. You're single. Like, that's got to be pretty cool.
You're fighting.
You're fighting guy. Everybody wants to talk to you. You're a nice guy. You're social, you know?
Yeah. No, it's been good. I mean, since I've been with Montreal, I've had a girlfriend. So I guess, like, now we'll see going into next season how that is. But no, it's good. Like, Montreal is such a fun city. It's a blessing to play there. Like, it's just special. I mean, like, you're on a Tuesday night, it's you versus Arizona. Neither team's good in the standings, and 20,000 people in the rink. It's going crazy, and you're just like, this is a special place to play. And you just gotta soak it in sometimes. Like, you look around, you're like, this is insane. Like, so much fun.
You're saying Arizona doesn't draw? How dare you? How dare you?
Like 2 years ago.
Just think if the game was in Arizona. You would have had like
Utah now.
You would have had like 3,000 people there. Like, isn't this great? The fans are right on top of you.
Yeah, you did play in Arizona. Were you like, oh, this is cool? I'm in juniors again.
The rink's actually like pretty nice, just small, and the setup's pretty good. Like good sewer area outside, but yeah, it was a little small.
Hey, I'm just saying, when the word is out that you're back on the market in Montreal, your Instagram is about to blow up, man. Dude. I'm just telling you right now. So what's it like in Toronto, man? You got like an old school, group of friends and stuff like that, like hockey buddies you grew up with that you hang out with?
Yeah, some hockey buddies I grew up with, but my main group's just like all my buddies from high school. Like that's we've all stuck together, been friends for a while now. That's who I went to Croatia with. So yeah, just kind of stick around those guys, and then my brother's here and a bunch of his buddies too. So we got a good group of guys here.
So you're making like a little over 800,000, right, with your new deal. So in Montreal with the taxes, like I mean, like how much are they taxing your salary? Yeah, dude. Oh, we got to do something about this, Michael.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I think we're like 54% tax, then you lose 40 your agent, escrow too. But I think escrow we'll actually get escrow kicked back a little bit this year, so that'll be nice. But I remember my first year, it was like my first year making whatever. I get called up to the NHL, you're making $750 or whatever it was. And you're like, wow, I'm gonna have so much money. And then you get that first paycheck and you're like, oh my God, where's all the money? Like 54% tax, escrow was at like 14%. Oh, and you're just like, where'd all the money go? I thought it was gonna be like some crazy. I mean, it was still a crazy paycheck, like compared to what I was getting in the minors, but it was like not as crazy, like not as big of a difference as I thought.
What pisses you off more though, the taxes or escrow? Where you're like, what the fuck is this? A huge chunk? Can we figure some shit out?
Yeah, they both hurt for sure, especially when you're not making like 10 million bucks. You're like, I need every dollar here, you know?
All right, so who's taking care of the boys then, like at dinner? Like, is Caufield opening up the wallet? Is it Suzuki? Like, who are you going to dinner with knowing that, like, okay, maybe they'll pick up the bill tonight?
Yeah, honestly, any of those guys are good. Like Cole and Nick, like whenever we go to dinner with them, they'll take care of the boys. And I think Cole just loves throwing money on the board. Like I've never seen somebody throw as much money on the board than that guy. Like every game, he's just throwing cash up there and chalking himself for silly reasons. But no, they're good. Everyone's good, and they take care of us.
Is he as good of a kid as he appears to be? I mean, we know like Chris Weidman here in St. Louis, man. He's a big fan of you too, man. He loves you, and he's always talking about guys like Caufield and some of these guys back in Montreal. But he just seems like he never has a bad day. Like, is he always in a happy mood or what?
Yeah, he's just like an energizer button, man. He comes to the rink like no matter what the situation is, he's coming in hot, and he's just like a big personality, you know. And you can't help but feed off that energy, and then obviously on the ice, he kind of plays that same way. You know, he's buzzing around always. And for me, it's always like fun looking on, and it brings the energy up in the room. You need guys like that.
Hey, so like sometimes when you're like before a game, do any of the big dog veteran guys that play for Montreal come in the locker room and you're like, they're so intimidating. You know, they have like an aura around them. They're walking on water and you're like, God, I got to clean my stall up real quick. Are you staring at them in their eyes and like just trying to, smile or whatnot? Is it intimidating seeing all these big dogs cruising around here and there at home games?
I think it's just special. Like, we won't see them in the room as much, but when we're playing sewer ball, like where the alumni lounges, they kind of got to walk past the sewer ball area sometimes. So I remember like first time, like you see a lot of them you can recognize, but some of them, I mean, I was a Toronto fan growing up, so it's not like I was like not super familiar with all of the guys, but you see someone walk by and you ask one of the guys, okay, like, like you can just tell the way they carry themselves that they're hockey players, right? She's like, oh, who's that? And it's like, oh, it's blah, blah, blah. He's got like 8 Stanley Cup rings. You're like, oh my God, like just casually just walking by and you're just like, this is special. Like right where we play sewer, you got all the Stanley Cups that they won, like they're all like each there, like in mini forms, but like it's just special organization.
They're like, that's Ken Dryden.
Yeah.
That's Larry Robinson. Come on, Pez.
Come on, Pez. Like, figure it out.
Come on, you got to know that. And that's Brian Jonta, by the way, who just came. We had him on, man. He's a good dude. He was a captain too of Montreal. So, man, that's awesome, dude. Like, who'd you grow up playing for in Toronto?
So I got drafted from Mississauga Senators, on Kings a little bit, but just in the GTHL.
Yeah.
So kind of grew up through there. Yeah.
Were you a first-round pick in the OHL?
Yeah, I was 11th overall.
Like, there you go.
Yeah, baby. What's up?
So just a stud, like growing up, or what? Like, what made you so much better than everybody else?
Probably just like I was just bigger and stronger than most of the kids. Like I think I got drafted at 15 or 16, whatever it is, at like 6'1", like 210. I was just more developed, and I could skate, shoot, and I would just buzz around out there. So I think that definitely played a factor.
Hey, so in practice with Marty, is he cruising around doing drills and he's like spinning off of guys and going bar down? You're like, what the fuck is this?
Can he still play?
Can he still play?
Oh yeah, from a skill perspective and like from his the way that his brain works, you're like he'll be explaining something and be like, Pez, like I mean, as a fourth line winger, it's important to be strong along the walls in your zone, right? So be talking and be like, hey, you pick up this puck off a rim. It's like, well, what are you looking at? It's like, well, I'm going to shoulder check, like make sure I'm not going to get buried, like kind of shoulder check, see where like the next play is. He's like, well, when I get the puck, it's like I'm counting 3 low wingers here. Sorry, one second, shut this off. He's like, I'll count like 3 like low players here, and then I know that this D can't pinch because those guys are there. And I'm just like, oh my God, you took all this information in like 2 seconds, and then you realize why he's as good as he is. It's because they can do that, right? And then you try to just grow your brain off just picking his brain.
Hey, did you play in the game this year when Patty Waugh came back to coach with the Islanders? It was like a huge ordeal when he came back and coached.
Yeah. And we beat him.
Yeah, and you guys beat him. Like, were you guys kind of like I don't know, man. I'm watching this and I'm like, if I was a Montreal Canadian player or coach, I'm kind of annoyed by this. Like, I know it's Patrick Waugh. He's a legend. But he's coming in for the other team. You got all the media like just salivating over someone who's now on the other side, who's trying to beat you guys. They got the video tribute and everything. I love everything Montreal does, man. I would never chirp it. I thought it was a little much for an opposing, coach or player who had been back before, right? He'd been back before since he retired or whatever. So I don't know. What'd you think of it? What was a player's perspective of it?
Yeah, for us, it was just kind of like another game. You knew obviously it was going to be some more eyes on the game because he is who he is. He's a Quebec legend and obviously a Montreal Canadiens legend. So you knew there's going to be more eyes on the game, but it was just business. It was just another game. You want to win that game, and they were pushing for a playoff spot, and it was just like you just wanted to get the 2 points.
Who won the game again?
We did.
Yeah, there you go. Want to get that
he wasn't
in
happy.
There. Hey, how's that? He probably wasn't happy, man. No, he would get angry or whatever. Hey, how's that Slafkovsky? Uri Slafkovsky, the first overall pick. If I'm mispronouncing his name. Yeah,
Slav is he's unreal. Like this year, he just took another step in the right direction. He's so big. Like he's 6'4", like 240. He's 20 years old, and just like everything clicked. Like second half of the season, it was just fun to watch him play. Like use his size in the corners. It's like he'd go in 1-on-3 and come up with the puck. And I think he's just developing great. I think he's gonna be a great hockey player. He just obviously signed a good ticket now, and he deserves every part of that. And that line, like, just did great. Like, you have him, he's able to fish out pucks. You got Cole's like great goal scorer, and then Nick's kind of your jack of all trades, can kind of do everything. So I think they're going to be a great line, and I'm excited to see like them all grow and develop together. You know.
He's a monster. How's that Wi-Fi? You see a cool cat? You guys hang?
Yeah, he's a good dude. Like both like him and Slav, like they're in my dinner crew. They're good dudes. Arb's is a big dude as well. Like he's again like 6'4", 6'5", like 230, 240, and he's strong. Like he's strong as an ox, and he loves fighting, and he loves like talking about it. We're always going back and forth talking about different things, or like whenever a fight's happening in the league, you're like sending them to each other and stuff. But he's a good dude as well.
Does he like the nickname Wi-Fi? I've heard maybe he doesn't like it. Like, give us the real scoop on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's just like one of those things. You're just like, it is what it is. But I don't think it'd be his first choice of nicknames. That's for sure.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's kind of a good.
You got
nickname,
a nickname,
though.
dude. Just accept it. Like people like you. That's all that means.
Yeah. No, I don't think he like. It's just one of those things. Like it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Hey, when you hit Oshie and you got that 2-game suspension, I think you hadn't even played 50 games yet in your career, I don't think, when you got the suspension. All right, what was your reaction? Like, how was that like a learning moment for you? Have you like, is that like in your mind now when you deliver hits to try to avoid those type of hits because you don't want to get dinged again? Because I don't think you've gotten suspended since then, have you?
No, I haven't. And knock on wood. But yeah, that was a weird play. I mean, I thought he like dove a little bit on it, but again, like he's a special player. He plays over 1,000 games in the league. Like, what are you gonna say? You know, obviously not trying to run out there and take guys' heads off. So I think you just got to walk the line, and you learned, or maybe sending a message a little bit there with the 2 games. But I'm pretty sure he got up and played on a power play. But yeah, it's just kind of a crappy bounce, and I don't want to be getting suspended too. It's money out of my pocket and hurting
We don't
the team,
need
right?
that.
But,
No, man.
You're being taxed enough. We got escrow. We don't need suspensions.
Thank you, Arizona.
Come on, George. Leave him alone.
Yeah. And then you get a 5-minute penalty, put the boys back for 5. Like that's tough too. So yeah, don't want to be doing that.
So who do you worry about the most? Because look, man, like even like, and I get it, dude. Like sleeping during the afternoon when you know you got to deal with Olivier or Delorier or Reaver. Like who's the guy you're like, God damn, like I don't match up good against him. Like he's too strong, he's too tall, or whatever. Like who's the guy that you're kind of like, I gotta have a goddamn game plan here.
I don't know. Like I'm pretty good where it's like I just try not to think about that stuff. Like it's like, hey, I'm gonna go play my game, and if something happens, something happens. Obviously, like you know who's out there, and you kind of watch videos on guys to make sure you have at least an idea of what's going on. But I mean, I've never fought him yet, but McDermott seems like somebody that's just big. He's long.
Yep.
You know, I think it would be a tough fight. The other guys like Olivier, Delorier, like they're obviously like great fighters, but they're more like similar sizes where it's like, okay, I think I could at least be in this one, handle it more. Like that guy's like, he's big and he's a great fighter, like knows what he's doing. So I think those are the guys when they know what they're doing, they've got the experience, they're comfortable, that you kind of take an extra check and make sure when they're on the ice, or make sure if you're going to run somebody, like, hey, this guy's coming in, so you got to be ready. So it's more that, just like being ready and being knowledgeable of like who's out there.
Listen, there's great video out there of like The Rock even saying like, "Hey, you want to go? Okay, like good luck, man." Like, who's that guy? Who's super cordial? That's on the ice, understands you got a job to do, and who's a little more like chirping and just like kind of chasing you around.
Might jump you.
Yeah, might jump you, and then eventually, you know, you go him at some point during the course of the game. But he's running his mouth and he's chirping you a little bit up to that point.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part, everyone that I fought has always been like super chill. Like a couple of them are just like, "Hey man, I want to go." It's like, yeah, sure, like let's do it. Revo, like both times I fought him, like obviously I've lost the fights, but he's just been running his mouth like in the box after, in the media after, and you're like, come on, man, like stood in there with you. Like I was a rookie, I was my first fight in the NHL, like, and then he like posted like a 5 Instagram carousel of like photos of like him beating me up in a fight. It's like it was like I was like the heavyweight title, and he like took the belt from me. I was like, dude, you just like, that was my first fight in the NHL, and like I fought you, like let it go, man. So he pisses me off a little bit with that stuff, but other than that, everyone's been chill.
That was your first fight in the NHL?
That was my first fight in the NHL. So it was actually a crazy weekend. So I scored my first goal in Boston.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I got my first point in Detroit. And at the end of the game, I fell on the boards. I separated my shoulder, but I just got called up. It was my 7th game. So I'm like, shit, if I go on the IR, I'm done. My career is probably I'm going to go on the IR. I'm going to be there for 2 weeks. Someone's going to come back. They'll get their job back, and I'm done. So I'm like, I need to play. So I just tape on my shoulder, whatever. End up getting my first goal in Boston the next night. Then we had a day off on Sunday. We played New York on Monday or something, and then I fought him Monday night. So it was like first goal, first fight, first assist.
With a separated shoulder? You fought him with a separated shoulder?
Yeah, that's not why I lost. I lost because I lost, but yeah.
No, it didn't help you.
I would say that's
it didn't help you.
I would say that's why.
No, because he waits for you to grab and he steps back, and then all of a sudden he grabs you, and now you are in you're in danger zone, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you watch the second fight against him. It's like I know what he's doing. Like you know that he's gonna grab your lead arm, he's gonna pull it down. Like you know exactly what's going on. That's why I was little theatrics at the start there, just trying to get him out of his comfort zone. But it's tough. Like even when you know what he's doing, he's just so good at it. He's got so much experience with it that it's hard to get in there.
He stole Cam's job.
He stole my job. So I want you to bag him up. No, we love him, dude. I had him out to my house before.
Yeah. Hey, he stole my job. A lot of respect. He's played over 1,000 or close to 1,000 games, I think. And he's done the job for a long time. So even if he pisses you off with his antics, in the media and stuff, sometimes it's like, hey, a lot of respect. You cannot have respect for someone that plays the game hard in the right way, you know?
No, but I get what you're saying, though, too, man.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Your first fight ever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like maybe send you a bottle of wine or something, you know, as opposed to making the
his beer.
Instagram. Oh, yeah, he likes his beer, 75 beer brewing.
Yeah, and some shirts and shit, whatever.
Yeah, give me some merch or something.
He would do that, actually. That's the thing.
Hey, what was Jordan Kyrou like in junior?
He was nasty. So I played with him. So we both played on the Sens when we got drafted. He was nasty then too, and it was like he had fallen in the second round. You're like, how did this guy go in the second round? He's so skilled. And then he just blew up in junior. And then when I got traded to Sarnia, we got to play together, and I was just having the most amount of fun. It was just just get this guy the pill, and it's just you're getting an apple on something. It was just next level skilled.
Really? So you played on the same line with him?
In Sarnia, yeah. When I got traded there, my fourth year junior, and then even growing up, we've always played with each other, against each other, and stuff. So he's a special talent. Even the last couple of weeks, we've been skating together a few times. He's so skilled.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel like he's gonna. I keep saying he's gonna have.
Yeah, you do.
He's gonna have his best year coming up this season. Darian Hatcher must have loved you, dude, as the head coach.
Baby.
What was he like? D Hatch? I know you didn't play for him too long, but still, man, I would imagine he would have gravitated towards you.
He was just a quiet guy, you know. You just hope the guy that he didn't catch you on his radar. He just kind of walk around and just grunt and make noises, and he was just a big scary dude. I just remember going in his office first time, shaking his hand. He's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's massive!" So he was pretty quiet, but when he got mad, definitely your ass puckered up a little bit.
Hey, was it weird? Okay, you play your overage year. Are you get me the fuck out of here? I'm playing against guys. Everybody's younger than me. I'm stronger than everybody else. I need to play against 35-year-old men.
Yeah, so that was that was weird. I didn't play my overage year, my fourth years, and then turned pro. But even my fourth year was just. I guess I needed a contract, so maybe not, because you're grinding for that contract. But if I would have had to go back for an overage year, it was I'm just done with this league. You know, I couldn't even hit anymore. It was you're hitting guys.
Yeah. My
third year, I got suspended 20 games on 3 separate times. It was just you threw a hit, you were getting suspended in the OHL. Even nowadays, you can't they're making the league so soft. It's a clean body check, and they're giving guys 5 games for boarding or charging or whatever. You know, they're just looking for reasons to give guys suspensions, and it's I don't think it's good for the game, but I was kind of done with junior by the time I was finished there.
You can't say anything either. You got to be careful. They suspend you for that.
You can't say pussy.
This is hilarious.
You can't on the podcast.
So we're semis. We're playing Kitchener with Sarnia. So one of the guys on the team, he calls the guy Schmelt. It was rookie guy, whatever. He hit him. He's like, "You effing Schmelt, whatever," and they kick him out of the game. Give us a 2-minute penalty, and they kick him out of the game. So Darian Hatcher, he's on the bench yelling, "It's a fish! It's a fucking fish!" And it was just
what is a Schmelt?
You know?
It's a fish.
You can't say that. So the ref didn't even know what it was. This has got to be offensive.
Oh, God, help us.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. So I think next game he ended up missing the next game, but they still kicked him out for that game, and we got a penalty, and it was just it's playoffs, man. I was well, this is a joke.
Oh, it's a fish.
It's a fish. I don't care.
Was David Legwand on the coaching staff too, or no?
Yeah, Leggy was. That guy's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was. He was just like your typical assistant coach. Like, just got great stories, keep the energy up, and he had just the funniest stories.
David Lango, he dominated, man. He dominated juniors.
He did.
Right when I was getting in there, he was fucking dominating.
I met him one time, like in terms of I met somebody out and he was with them, and it was the most hilarious evening of all time.
He's got a cool reputation.
This guy, he was funny.
Hey, let me ask you though, like in Montreal, do you like drive a free car? Do you get sponsors? Is fucking some endorsements from like a hair company? Now you won't because you cut your hair. Which, if you would have talked to me first, I would have said, "Don't do that." But like, does that happen in Montreal?
He's going to be on these dating sites here soon.
His phone's ringing. It's all women.
Christian Mingles.
He's a Christian Mingle.
Farmers only. What do they call it?
Yeah. Good-looking girls there, dude.
Oh yeah.
But guys definitely get like free cars and things like that. The Montreal City takes care of the guys, like going out to dinner, like whether it's reservations, all that sort of stuff. I mean, they take care of everybody, and it's the biggest ticket in town, and it comes with a lot of pressure, but they take care of you outside of that.
So who's the most popular guy when they walk around? When you guys got to do shit with the media and with fans and whatnot, who's the guy that gets mobbed the most?
It's Cole, Nick, and then probably Arbors or Wi-Fi, whatever is like right, and Slap, are kind of like the big four that like they're probably getting the most attention, but probably Cole, like because there's personality too, and it's always smiling and stuff like that. So those are the four guys that it's like if you're out with them, like you're getting stopped. Like for them, you got to think about going to the grocery store because it's like you're gonna get stopped. It's gonna be a full like event.
Yeah.
You get stopped though too.
Yeah. Who you kidding?
Yeah, like I said, like I'm like the perfect amount where it's like people are gonna be like, "Hey, Pezzetta," like, and then they'll just like kind of leave you alone. Whereas like if you're those guys, like they're saying that, but then they're also coming for an autograph photo, all that stuff, which is awesome. Like, hey, like. Those tickets, they're passionate fans. I got no problems like signing stuff, anything like that. Like it's great, and it's a good feeling too to be able to like impact someone's day like that, But for them, it's definitely a lot.
People always will love the fighters, man. I mean, you growing up, dude. Everyone like there's no Brett Hall, right? He's here, but Tony Twist was just as popular, dude. Like, I mean, everyone wanted to be around that guy too. So they love the tough guys. So keep doing what you're doing from that standpoint, man. How do you train in the off season? Like, because I feel like you must have had an offensive game, right? In terms of, and we've seen it. Like, you scored some goals and stuff like that. You still put up some points for a fourth liner. So how do you maintain that skill level? Do you feel like you have more to give, and maybe you can take on more responsibility as a player as your career continues?
Yeah, I definitely think I have more to give. And I think for me, the biggest thing is like getting on the penalty kill now. It's something that just establishing myself there. Like I know I can play there, and it's just waiting for that opportunity and being ready when I get that opportunity. Kind of bring your minutes from that like 7-8 minutes a night to that like 10-11 minutes a night, and you're just more impactful. And I think that's what's going to keep me in the league for longer. But in the summer, it's just like getting those touches back. I mean, when you're not playing a lot, you're not getting as many touches. So in the summer, like especially at the start, it's like a lot of skill work, getting all my touches and all that feel back because it's something that you didn't really get during the season. And then just working on my game. Like for me, it's strong along the walls, like getting on forecheck quick, win a battle, make a play out of that battle. So like everything you're doing in the summer, it's like, how can I like emulate that? Like go win a corner battle. So it's like, go chip a puck in, like come out of the corner, find a play. Like that's how I'm going to be making my money, right? Like they don't need me toe dragging guys at the blue line. So it's not like I'm practicing that in the summer. So it's like kind of skill specific and whatever like works for my game,
Do you ever get cute though? And you're like, God, I'm touching the puck dang good tonight. And all of a sudden you're like, I'm going to toe drag.
I'm going to toe drag.
I'm going to toe drag somebody at the blue line, and it's offsides, and everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Or he turns it over.
Oh yeah. We've had a couple chats where it's like I like tried to make a play at the blue line, like kind of like go inside out on the guy, and then ended up like hitting his skate and go in the corner. And I remember Marty like pulled me aside, he's like, Pez, even if you got through here, was this the best game plan? It's like, no, we're not going to do that again. Okay. I just like, thank God it went in the corner. So at least like it got in the zone. But one time I blacked out. I got a pass up the middle, like on Bobrovsky, and I tried to go like through my legs. I don't know why, but it was like just like one-on-one with him. I just blacked out, went like through my legs. It actually like maybe almost went in, but not really. But I was like, shit, probably shouldn't have done that.
Hey, you're shootout winner against Buffalo, and you did the stick between the legs celebration. What is that, the Tiger Williams celebration?
You never saw play, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like when they were like, oh, you did the Tiger Williams, and you were like, oh yeah, I did.
The old guy.
Although I saw my neighbor do it when I was a kid, that's why I did it, like, but like, what made you think to do that? And I mean, I guess that's part of it for you, right? You want to have fun when you're out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was something that I had like seen highlights on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and like, hey, if I get a shootout, like I'm gonna just ride my wand like that. Like I think it'd be hilarious. So I was kind of like in the back of my head was like I'm gonna do this if I score. So like I have a move. That was like the move I did was my move, and I know Burroughs had me in the minors, so I'd scored twice in the minors. I got I think 3 times, and I'd scored twice. So like he knew I had this move. And so I was looking down the bench, like, come on, give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. So I went down there and scored. I'm like, heck, I might not score a shootout in the NHL ever again. Like I'm riding my wand here, and yeah, it was what it was. I was just having fun with it. Like it was no disrespect to anybody. Like just having fun, man. I love the game. Like living my dream every day, and I was just having fun with it.
Dude, you got to
do that.
Did
shit.
some old
Come
school
on.
like
how dare you?
Some old school like columnist write a story the next day. He's disrespecting the game. What is he doing?
Yeah, I would say like the majority of it was positive, but there's definitely one or two like that, and you're just like, hey, I'm having fun. I get to do what I love every day. Like, can't take life too seriously.
No, the kids love it too, man. You gotta always remember, like, kids are watching too, man. Like,
oh shit,
and you're on the highlight shows that night. You're all over Sports Center.
Goddamn right.
Like, I mean, you gotta entertain, dude. We need that in the game, to be honest with you.
You're an entertainer.
Yeah, and I think like, I mean, countless kids have like sent me videos of them just like riding their stick, even if it's just in the driveway and ball hockey. And I'll get like a DM, and I'm just laughing, and I think it's cool. And I think like as hockey players, like enough job of growing the game that way. You gotta have your own personality. I mean, obviously the culture's to kind of keep it low key, not be out there or whatever. But I think there's like a fine line where you can like push the limits a bit, but like in a respectful way. Because obviously, if you're doing too much, it's like everyone's like, hey, like relax a little bit. But I think it helps grow the game for these young kids when they see these guys. It's okay. I want to be like that guy.
Man, you talk about penalty kill. And you're absolutely right, dude. You keep penalty killing, man, you're going to have a job for a long time. Somebody will always have you on a team. You play tough. You hit consistently. You do. But sometimes, I know, you hit guys, you get hurt. You fight guys, you get hurt. But when you're penalty killing and you got to walk that line, and that son of a bitch is, he's going to have that one-timer. It's going to be 100 miles an hour. Are you thinking like, oh, my God, what am I doing?
Stamkos.
Getting down in front of that shot. Is that not the scariest thing in hockey? I don't care about fighting. Is that not the scariest thing in hockey?
Yeah, it's tough. Like when you see a pass going up to the point, and you're like sitting in the middle, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to eat this." And you're gonna eat it. You're like 15 feet away, so that's gonna get some juice on it by the time it gets to you. And you're just like, "I want a job," You just go down, and you're just like, "Ugh." God. But there is no better feeling though. You're hurting. You get to the bench, all the boys are tapping their sticks, and it's just like, yeah.
They
love it, dude. You're a warrior,
same
man.
As like when you see one of the boys like lay out for a shot, and it hits him in a soft spot, and he's hurting, and you're just like, fire me up, man. Like that. Thank you.
So when you're not playing though, dude, and you spend like weeks at a time, like out of the lineup, and you're getting bagged every day, like the mental grind that comes with that. Like, how do you get through that?
Yeah, I think that's honestly like the hardest part is just the mental grind. I think playing this role sometimes it's just like, coming in out of the lineup, it's just so mental, and it's so easy to either get down on yourself or like too high when you're playing, too low when you're not playing. And I think just having dealt with it like my whole career from the minors to pro, it's like I've just figured it out. And you just got to look at the positives. Like, hey, I can't control whether or not he's going to put me in the lineup for like whatever reason. Sometimes it's not because of how you're playing. It's just politics, it's just the way things go sometimes. So for me, it's like, hey, I check my boxes. I work my bag off today so that I know when I get my chance, it's like, I'm going to be ready to go, as opposed to dogging it for a week, feeling sorry for myself. Then you get your chance and then you actually don't do good. And now it's like, well, you just weren't good. They don't care what the circumstances are. It's like, hey, you got a game, you didn't do good. Guess what? You're not playing next game. There's no one's feeling sorry for me. Like, hey, you haven't played in 2 weeks. We'll give you a game to get going again. It's like, no, you got a game. You fucked it up. So it's like I just make sure I check my boxes. So it's like I get my game, I ain't fucking it up. I'm coming out flying. I'm doing what I need to do. Like, so that I get another game, right? That's just the way it is, and it's stressful. You're living on the edge every day, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
It is tough though, and let's be honest. And I've been through this a million times. when when you're playing and you're sitting out and they call a guy up and you're watching from the press box and you're watching this kid in the minors and he's playing right wing on the fourth line or whatever it is, and he's making plays, and you're like, God. You're like, yes, I love you. You're my teammate. But you're like, damn, he's playing pretty damn good. And you know,
I'm never getting back
I'm not
in.
getting back in. You kind of want him to toe pick once in a while, not get hurt, but maybe turn the puck over at the blue line or try to toe drag like we talked about. But it never seems to happen. They always play good for some reason.
Yeah, it's always like the weirdest feeling, especially that first game too. They always come in flying. And it's always that weird feeling where you're like, you're so happy for them because it's like, hey, this kid's living his dream too. And you hope that nobody's up there like hoping for you to do bad. But it is a weird spot.
It's so
then
weird.
You get asked about it.
Like, hey, he did good, didn't he?
What'd you think of his game today?
He was great.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
Did you see him turn that puck over though?
He should play tomorrow. But did you? Yeah, off the record,
Dude, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. It's all good.
Hey,
man.
it's funny, man, because all the guys like you mentioned, like Suzuki, and even though he's the captain, and Caufield, and some of the other guys, man, Slav, they're all young guys. Like who's a veteran guy that you've played with that you've kind of picked their brain and maybe they've taken you under their wing a little bit? Has there been that type of teammate for you to kind of learn from?
Yeah, I think like for us, like when Jake Allen was there, he was just such an awesome guy. I mean, you guys know him from St. Louis. Like he's just an unbelievable human being, and just the way he takes care of himself, like takes care of all the boys, setting things up, things like that. It's like someone that you can always pick his brain, always go to talk to him. So I think like that was something that's super important. And you realize when you're a young team, it's like you need guys like that around you because you come in, you don't know how the league works, you don't know how things go, and you have a guy like that just been through it all, right? Won a Stanley Cup, so he's been awesome when he was there. And David Savard's another guy. It's just like awesome. Like for our decor, he's kind of just taking everybody under his wing. Like he's the funniest guy ever. Like he's got 3 kids at home, and then like when you get him on the road, he's just like the funniest guy, and he doesn't take life too seriously. And but he's been through it all too, and he's a guy you can just pick his brain. And I know he helps our young decor a lot.
So like, if you guys won the cup, who would get the cup after the captain? Like, who's got the most games on that team?
I think it would be Savvy. I think so. Either him or Jake Allen when he was there. I think it would be Savard.
Okay.
Or no, maybe Galley. Galley would probably get it next.
Yeah.
What's he like, man? I like watching him. His little ass run around.
Damn right.
He'd run through a wall.
Yeah, baby.
He'd run through a wall. Like, I mean, I remember watching him play growing up, and obviously like Toronto, Montreal, you're always like, you hated him because he was always just running around, like throwing things at everything, always getting in scrums after the whistle. And then you see him like he's works so hard. Like he like throws his head first into everything. Like he's obviously not the tallest guy, and he just goes out there and he works his bag off, And it's like, for me, it's like, how can you not want to go do the same thing? You're like, this guy will literally put his head through a wall for the logo, and you're just like, it's not for him, it's for the team, right? And it's for the guys, and it's just like, I want to go out there and do the same thing. Like you see him have a shift like that, like he's a special player too.
Listen, man, what's your message to these young guys? Like some guys just got drafted in the OHL and probably were first-round pick, top 15 pick like you were. I mean, you go 11th overall. You probably feel like, okay, I got it made, whatever. I'm headed, whatever. You've had to grind it, man. You were a late NHL pick, probably the odds against you a little bit. And here you are, establishing yourself. You got another contract. People know who you are. You got a role on an NHL team.
Yeah, dude.
So, like, what would you tell these young kids who think just because they got drafted high that it's going to be an automatic and they're going to be able to play right through junior and get straight to the NHL?
Yeah, I think I would say, like, that's just this thing from the truth, like, drafted your first round and coming to junior, and it's like all of a sudden I'm on the 4th line. It's like I never played here. So it's like there's still so much work to do. So I think you never let your head get that big. There's so much work to be done, and until you're retired or out of the league, like there's work to be done every single day. So you have to take each day and be like, hey, what can I do to get better today? Check your boxes and stay humble always. Like you see these kids in junior sometimes, like I'll skate with them and they're running around, they're running their mouths, they're like talking like as if they've done something. It's like, hey, like, I mean, I'm sure, I guess I wasn't like that, but it's like you're 16 years old. You have like so much ahead of you. There's so many things that could happen. And there's guys like me that are just hounding you down, trying to take your jobs, like you might be better than me now, but it's like, there's some guy that's working twice as hard as you, just come in and take your job. So stay humble, like keep working, because the work never stops, just because you get drafted or this or that doesn't mean anything.
You got to keep up with it, baby. It's easy to make it. You got to stick with it. Hey, let me ask you though. You're making a little bit of money. Are you cheap, or are you like, I have a vision on what I want to do with my money? Because you're gonna make good money, dude. You're penalty killing. You're gonna play in this league a long time, dude. And not to mention, you're in Montreal. You can be popular. You'll have all kinds of hair endorsements and whatnot. You gotta let that grow out. But are you like, I want to get a goddamn cabin. I want to have my workout facility there. Do you have a vision on what you want to do with your money? Or are you just like, I'm just gonna go with the flow and see what's up?
Yeah, I definitely have a vision, and it's something like just a lot of investments, trying to make good investments, and it's something that I'm a UFA this year, so hopefully like have a good season, and then that's kind of your bigger ticket where it's like now you have some financial freedom. So I think for me, it's just like a lot of saving right now, and then you have that plan. Like I'd love to kind of get that set up where you have your gym at home. You can have that set up, be on a lake somewhere, kind of relax in the off season, and then get your skates all going. Like in Toronto, we have like Muskoka area that's kind of how it's set up. So that would be the long term plan. Yeah, that'd kind of be how I'd be thinking.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Every other guy we have on here has a cottage in Muskoka.
Yeah.
Is there enough room for another guy up there?
Yeah. No, it's just a sick area, and it's good now because a bunch of guys are up there, so I know they run some skates up there. So that's the main thing. When you go a little bit outside of the city, it's like you got to be coming back for your skates, right? So you need somewhere that's got a rink and you can skate at. So they got a good setup there now.
So who are you skating with? Like you said, Kyrie comes out. I would imagine he brings Logan Brown out there with him too, because he's living with him. So this summer, so I don't know if he's out there too. But like, who are you skating with?
They came out once or twice. So we have our gym. I train with Andy O'Brien.
Yeah.
And then so we have our skates like through the gym. So I mean, who's out there? Barrett Hayden skates with us. Frost, Walker. There's a bunch of guys like. Mostly like NHL and then some AHL guys too. So we got a pretty good group actually.
Hey, listen, if it's Saturday night and it's hockey night in Canada and you're on the bench and the anthem's going on and you're looking around and you're like, this is the most like religious experience for a lot of guys. I mean, that's what it is, man. When you play, in Montreal, like, or I would imagine what it's like to play in Montreal, but when you just go to a game there, you just realize like, it's just got a different type of energy. Do you ever sit back? Can you be like, wow, this is incredible? And get yourself pumped up emotionally just by listening to the anthem and looking around before the game starts?
Oh yeah, I mean, you look up Montreal, like anthem's going. Saturday night in Montreal, you're like, this is. I don't think there's anything better than that. And like Montreal's barn is just off the charts. Like even from a fan experience, like if you want to watch a game, you got to watch Leafs Habs Saturday night in Montreal. Like I don't think you could go to a better event than that. Like it's just unreal, and you're just like, I'm so blessed to do this. Like. As a job, like I get paid to do this. You're like, this is crazy. There's 20,000 people here tonight. It's going off the charts. Like, it's just cool.
So you got to fight Reaver. And you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, I got my family. I might get buckled. Like you have that in the back of your head, man. Like, it still wears on you a little bit. You got blocked that shot on the penalty kill. It's coming 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
So it ain't easy. By the way, Montreal needs to fix like. You got to skate out through the ice to get to the bench, or to get to the locker room. Good Lord,
they're renovating it. Well, I think the league-wide rule now they got to be you got to be able to access the bench, right? So I think they're renovating the visitor side there. They're bringing it over.
Good. I'm gonna write an email just so all y'all know.
Hey, what was your upbringing like? Like, was your dad a hockey guy? Like, was he able to kind of like lead you the way and like create this path for you? Like, and what's his take from like watching you play in the NHL in Montreal as a Canadian, man? That's gotta be crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And no, he didn't really play hockey. I think like for him, he played a lot of ball hockey, did other sports, track and field and football. So for him, it was like he never could really like keep up with his buddies when they went to go play like shinny hockey and stuff like that on the pond or whatever it was. So he was like, hey, I'm gonna put my kids in hockey, like just so that when their buddies go play when they get older, like they can keep up, because he's a competitive guy like myself, and he was just pissed that he couldn't keep up with his buddies. He's like, I want my kids to keep up with their buddies, and then the rest just kind of history. So it was always just kind of me and my brother. My brother played as well, and so I just followed in his footsteps for a while and just tried to keep up with him and his guys, and then just happened. But yeah, neither of my parents played hockey, and I mean they were fans, but not like they were like crazy super fans or anything. But just like every Canadian, you just kind of put your kid in hockey, right?
We're in a good spot, dude, and we're a big fan of you. You better grow that damn hair out again. I'm telling you right now. We're gonna get
it's
head
growing.
and shoulders on, just so you know, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's growing.
Are you from like an old school like Italian family, like Pezzetta?
It's
you know?
Pezzetta.
I mean, are they making like homemade pasta and meatballs and sauce or what?
And
Oh,
that red
like,
sauce, that gravy.
My mom takes care of me and takes care of everybody in the house for sure. But no, like growing up, we always did like tomato sauce. Like we got a huge garden in the backyard, so fresh tomato sauce. My nonni like made their own wine, sausages, all that stuff. So definitely an old school Italian family for sure.
Always know how to cook, dude. By the way, it's sexy for girls, and it's going to save you a lot of money too, and time and whatnot. Just learn how to cook, man. Trust me.
And have a great year, man. You said it's your UFA year, so
you'll do great.
Go out there and kill it this year, and do your thing,
Blocking
man.
shots, hitting guys, do your thing, man. We'll be watching.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on. Like this is great. It's a great time with you guys.
Yeah,
awesome.
Appreciate it. We wanted to get you on, man. We love watching you.
We love watching.
Keep doing your thing.
Big fan, buddy.
Yeah, apprate it, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Cool, homie. See you, dude.
The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by Bellman. BEHLMANN. Bellman Automotive. Located where?
Troy,
Missouri. Buick GMC on one side of the street. Right on the other side, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Get yourself some new wheels in time for the winter. All right, that was Michael Pezzetta. Illinois Recovery Center brings us that interview with Michael Pezzetta from the Montreal Canadiens. Hope you enjoyed that, Cam.
Yeah, you know what? Like, he's got a good thing going, man. Like, he truly does. You're a young kid. Well, now he's single. And you're in Montreal, which is beautiful. You're very popular. Mm-hmm. You're outgoing. You're doing everything right. He's penalty killing, which is great.
Hair.
We cut it off.
I know, but he's growing it back.
Let that mug go, dude. But you're penalty killing. Like, if everything he said like that, I'm like, yeah, dude. Always.
Shootouts.
Yeah, but that was way down the line. I'm saying that he's penalty killing, man. Like, if you penalty kill,
you'll always have a job.
And you're hitting and you're fighting, like, you're always going to, that means you're doing enough to where they really trust you out there. You're getting in lanes, you're doing your stuff. You're going to have a job.
You think Matt Rempe is now going to lead to more and more of those guys showing up in the NHL?
Sure. And he's working with Big Jargy.
What do you think of the way Georgie has him working out?
Yeah, uppercut. You're damn right, uppercut. How do you think Bugard knocked guys out all the time?
Uppercut.
Why don't you ask our boy? I hate even bringing it up because Trevor Gillies is one of the toughest human beings I've ever met in my life, and I respect the shit out of him. But Trevor just lost his balance a little bit, and Boogie stepped back and caught him. Oh. And Trevor is the toughest of all toughness. Like, when you're that big, you could take advantage of the uppercut so much. That's what I'm looking at.
Let's get Trevor on, man.
Have we done it?
No.
Then get him on. You're damn right.
Like, what do you think? What are we doing here?
Guy's been 300. Dude.
What are we doing?
Andy is 300.
Get him on.
I can't remember if we did.
Get him on.
I might have had him on the radio show or something.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Riley Cote. I did a thing with Riley, who I love, man, who's tougher than dog shit, too. Awesome guy. And he coached, too, Phantoms and whatnot. And I go, I want to get you on the pod. He goes, yeah, okay, round 2. And I'm like, yeah. And we hung up on because I was doing his pod. And I asked you, I go, did we get Riley on? And you're like, no. I'm like, he fucking came on my stupid radio show, which was like probably a 20-minute segment at the time. And it wasn't a long form.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Illinois Recovery Center, IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com. Again, check that out. That brings us that interview that you just heard.
Yeah.
Number 300, episode number 300.
300, baby.
Download all our subscribe to all our apps, man. Watch us on YouTube,
Facebook,
everywhere.
All that stuff. Just subscribe.
Instagram.
Throw comments out, man. I'll get back to you as much as I can to YouTube for sure. Like, you watch us right now, dude.
firstform.com/CamandStrick. That's our link. Order everything from our link, firstform.com/CamandStrick. I'm about to crush one of these energy drinks,
boys.
man.
You dang right.
You hear the see it's starting to come back, dude. The sickness is starting to come back. Maddie just told me during the break he thinks I have a sinus infection. So,
Maddie, Dr. Maddie.
Dr. Maddie. He knows.
He's like, get out of here.
He knows.
It's like I'm sick of you talking about it.
He knows. Bench Clears and benchclears.com. Use our promo code CamandStrick. It'll save you 20%. You can get one of these bad boys too, man.
Or this.
Or one of those too.
Or Whalers. Or Jets. Or whatever you want. Or USA. Canada.
They're true to size. So just get the size that you know.
Sweden.
Normally we get. I mean, this material is fantastic. It's light.
You know, I watched on YouTube.
You can get it wet at the pool, too.
You know, I watched on YouTube the other day. Sometimes
Love Island?
No. 96 World Cup. Canada versus Sweden.
Oh,
every highlight.
Canada versus Sweden,
and they beat Sweden, and then I played Canada versus U.S.
You forget that there were other teams in the tournament besides Canada and
I know,
U.S.
so I watched Canada Sweden.
Who was in Sweden?
Fucking Sundin, Fiersberg, fucking who was Tommy Salo was goalie, Lindstrom, Naslund.
Yeah, Marcus Naslund, so good.
Nylander, Daddy,
Michael,
badass team. And they're killing each other, dude.
Oh yeah,
they were hooking and clutching and killing each other. Gretter's out there doing his thing. It just was on YouTube. And
how'd Gretzky look out there?
Not good.
Oh my God, Cam.
Compared to Lindros and
well, he was older at that point.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, you asked, and I'm telling you.
I know.
You want me to be like everything's good? No, I don't do that.
He was older at that point.
He was a little bit old. He didn't look that great, but everybody else did.
Yeah.
Rob Blake was crushing guys. You know who's the best player on defense?
For who?
Canada. Who do you think?
Adam Foote.
Paul Coffey.
No surprise. He just
that was 96.
Running and gunning or what?
That was 96. He's been in the league a long time.
Yeah.
He was everywhere, getting called down, getting cross-checked.
Really?
Yeah.
He was so good.
He was so good. Paul Coffey.
Yeah.
And then Claude Lemieux kept just doing. He's lucky he didn't get penalties, but he got penalties.
They put him on the team, dude, for a reason.
I know, and he's kind of he couldn't do enough. There's a lot of drama. I just was very interesting. Anyway.
All right, benchclears.com. Shilly Plastering.
Yeah, baby, it's
Get
my boy right there.
plastered with Shilly Plastering.
You got
ask about that Pebble Tech.
You want a pool, you got a pool. They'll take care of you.
Turn your backyard into a
Oasis.
Oasis, baby.
You're damn right. Beautiful. Hey man, if you can do it, do it.
I for senior year spring break, somebody sent me a picture yesterday of the group picture we went to. And we stayed at a place called the Oasis. I sent Cam the photo.
He sent me the photo and he goes, "Where am I?" I can't even explain.
No.
Because he's in a group and he's got people bent over in front of him. And it looked really odd. And he's like, "Which one am I?" And I'm like, "The guy getting blown by the other guys." They were sitting in front of your crotch, dude. It looked
they were
so
not.
If you sent that to me. You knew what I was going to say.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Or maybe if you didn't notice that, then you're aloof. They were sitting, and he's like this.
They're in one knee, yeah.
And he's sitting like this. And these two guys, big, tough-looking dudes.
Dude, that's my school, dude. See,
were sitting in front of him with their heads like this, right in front of Andy's crotch. It looked really odd.
Tough-looking dudes.
I know, which made it look even more
They all had
weird.
my back, dude.
They get your front. That's what they had in the picture. If you would have posted that nowadays, you would have got bashed.
Really?
If you go ahead, post it. Post that on Twitter.
Okay, fine.
Well,
no one would look at it the way you do. So distorted.
Andy, you have one thing wrong on Twitter, they're going to bash you.
Okay.
You know how the game goes.
Yeah, okay.
These guys are blowing you, basically.
Okay, firstform.com/Cam&Strick.
Damn good.
Use our link today. Get these meat sticks. Dude, I made a steak yesterday. I sent Cam because I was wondering which. I looked at the poster of to know if it's medium well,
shows
medium.
How much of a rookie you
if
are.
it's well done, if it's rare, if it's seared. I go, what do you think mine is?
It was a medium. It wasn't medium well. It was medium.
It was close to
medium. It wasn't medium rare. It was medium, and that's fine. I saw pink. It wasn't.
Do you want pink?
Yes. Yes. With a fucking expensive steak, you goddamn right.
Okay.
If you don't have, you always want pink.
You said you can't get sick from if it's undercooked, like chicken would make you sick.
Jesus. No, man. No. You could really eat a steak as pretty rare as you want.
Okay.
Now, you don't want to do that. You want to sear it to get more flavor. You want to get that fat off of it and have it sear down into the meat. But that was medium. It was fine.
Yeah. Proper cannabis.
But Andy's like, can I get sick out of this? Like, no, it's not a chicken.
Why okay. Proper cannabis.
God, don't ever cook for me, dude.
I am going to cook
seriously.
For you.
You're scary.
I'm not. I'm great.
You thought I was
I'm becoming really good at it.
No, I don't know.
And being a Traeger ambassador, I have to.
They're dumb.
Give them some of my
content.
content.
It's a dumb company if you're an ambassador.
True.
No, it is.
Very disrespectful for you to say.
No, it's disrespectful for you to be an ambassador.
All right, so listen. Proper cannabis. Use our promo code CAMANDSTRICK20. It's going to save you 20%. Look for the hit of the week coming up. And check out their new store in Kirkwood. The flagship location. Right Manchester and Limburg. Can't miss it.
Right there.
They got everything.
Yep.
They got the edibles, the Good Night, the Ratio, the Honeybee edibles. Incredible.
Like
all of it.
I'm going to bed. you'll go to bed and you'll feel damn good. Have good dreams too.
Cam at a Bellman, you get no.
Swinging dicks. None of that.
What do you get?
Well, you get good customer service, and you have a lot of options.
Buick GMC on one side of the street, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the other side. Go ahead. Finish up.
Well, you can get that Buick. If you want something that's reasonably priced, that drives fucking nice, dude, that you could drive in the wintertime, that you could drive in the summertime, if you got a couple kids and you don't want to get a minivan or something, look at those fucking Buick, the Enclaves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Okay. Hat launch and hatlaunch.com, Kim. Get that new hat. America's #1 source for customized hats. In the country is Hat Launch. We're going out there soon.
Yeah.
Looking
Let's go.
Looking forward to it.
They do all First Form
See
stuff.
Danny and Jordan and everybody.
First Form's like, hey, we want Hat Launch.
Hey, but if you're a company, you're a businessman, you want hats for your business.
They're the best, man.
Dude, call them today.
Your school, your this, your team.
Whatever it is.
What did you say that? I was like, damn, that's a good one.
Anybody. There's so many.
It was something. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was good.
There's so many. So check that out. Hat Launch and hatlaunch.com.
Yeah, okay.
I hope you enjoyed Michael Pezzetta.
Yeah. Damn right. Montreal Canadian fans are giving me a little shout out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the Montreal fans.
We haven't had enough Montreal guys.
We haven't. It's been a little while.
So we want to give you a little shout out. Love all you guys, man.
Yeah. Subscribe. And again, hit us up on our voicemail.
Oh, yeah. Say the number again.
314-312-3708.
You do got a good memory.
Photographic, dude.
Don't go
no,
that far.
It's
that
photographic.
Means you're a genius. That means you're not.
Put something else in front of me. I mean,
you're not a genius.
It's amazing.
What does it say?
Well, I didn't finish reading it, but it says this is not a safe alternative to something. Grizzly, it's not a safe alternative to
read
something.
It faster.
I didn't say I was a speed reader.
Okay. Well, you're not. Yeah. Well, usually geniuses would read
Subscribe to our YouTube as well. And I hope you enjoyed this
edition.
Check
the YouTube out. Love you guys.
300, man. Thanks for all the support. All y'all for
we love you guys,
man.
See you, dudes.
Peace.